a chestnut.
It would help if I turned the microphone on. Hello, Hilliard, Ohio, Leaping Lizards, to be specific, and the internet. Welcome back to Phygital Nights, which we mix, the physical location of us here having a good time at Leaping Lizards, enjoying some tasty bourbon and, maybe a garage beer or two. Not that they're a sponsor, but, Kelsey's, Subal, get a hold of me, brother. But anyway, we have a great show today. I am going to start off, not like I normally do with my podcast, which I have a great guest today. And, then we're going to get into, our 3 comedian showcase, which we have a lot of talent here. I've been following them for a couple months now, and all 3 of them are excellent. And then after that, we have our open mic competition, which is a paid competition this week. This is our last chance for the Road to Lizard-Palooza finals. We are going to pick the winner tonight. Here in the bar are going to vote. You online are going to vote. We're going to pick somebody who wins a $25 gift card courtesy of Bailey Digital Media. That's me. And our executive producer, who is our patron of the arts, it's Steve, who, he's going to sit over here at these special tables next week when he is live here in Leaping Lizard. So real quick, before I move on a little bit, let's do a real quick cheers for Steve, because he's, helping us out here, helping us produce everything that we do here. So on the count of 3, we're going to yell Steve and cheers to him. 1, 2, 3. Steve! All right, thank you, buddy. All right, so this past week has been, once again, a roller coaster of emotions. The last time I talked to you, we had a wonderful show here. That was a little sarcasm. Yeah, if you didn't catch the last live stream, we were having all kinds of problems. It was probably my PC, but maybe it was my internet. Maybe it was the internet. I don't know. I'm not blaming names, naming blames. I don't know. But anyway, I've been on I started off with, on a losing streak because I was a little down about the stream last week. And then, just had some other things going on, just dealing with some stuff. So I, was completely in my head and was just hit like a mental roadblock, and was falling way behind with my planning and, have all kinds of things coming up here and, elsewhere. We got, the show tonight. We got the show next Tuesday, which is going to be a blast too. And then I was having to plan for Lizard-Palooza, which is the 19th through the 21st. So, I just kind of got in a rut. So I reached out to a friend of mine who is, a core piece of what I'm trying to do here. And he came in and cleaned up like a kicker who was following the Gunners, and the Gunners just came, the Wedge Busters just came up and took out 4 people, and the kicker came up and he just laid out everybody when we needed to. So he ultimate assist. Big shout out to Chris Hopkins. Appreciate you, buddy. So all right. So Thursday, Friday, I locked myself in the gym, if you will. And by gym, I mean my condo. And I just wrote. I focused hard. Then the weekend hit. Saturday, Sunday was all about celebrating Satin's birthday, my wife, Satin. Congratulations. I'm not going to tell you how old she is because that's rude. Anyway, we, called a full timeout. We had some cake, good vibes, and 0 play calling, which is exactly the kind of rest and recovery period most trainers need. All right. By Monday, I was back on the grind. I spent all day practicing this set that I'd been writing, whittling down the new raw material. I went out, I performed 2 different versions of the set at 2 different open mics. I did it Did it go perfectly? No. No. Like a rookie's first preseason start, it definitely has some work to do. But it's got potential. So, after the roller coaster of a week, the massive ups and downs, the good breaks, the bad breaks, your boy is doing well. We survived the schedule. So, but, I'm going to touch on, the week in sports. We got a lot of things going on in the sports world. Last night, the Spurs actually got a win in the finals. So, it's 2-1. We'll see what happens after that. I thought it was going to be a clean sweep. Not going to lie. But your boy Wemby showed up. Speaking of Wemby, I do have some, at least one Wemby card over here. Dylan Harper rookie. If anybody wants to buy any sports cards, Buster Chestnut. That's what this section's sponsored by, Buster Chestnut cards. Hopefully we'll have other sports card sponsors soon. In the WNBA, Commissioner's Cup's going on. Gabby Williams played a lights-out game the other night, scored a career-high 27 points, and her team still lost. Like, what does that do to your psyche? Like, game of your life, and you still lose. Sounds like a devastating week. Yeah. So, meanwhile, in other sporting news, in Washington, you guys familiar with Trinity Rodman? Trinity, she just got named Time 100. The Time 100 sports list. Her dad is kind of famous, Dennis Rodman. So you already know that, you have some massive athletic shoes to fill and probably some wild fashion expectations as well. But she's out there just carving her own absolute superstar legacy on the pitch. Incredible good break for her. Terrible break for anyone who actually has to play defense against her this season. All right. Football. It's summer, guys. It's OTAs. Nobody's paying attention. I did want to mention one particular bit of interesting news in college football. Brendan Sorsby, you guys familiar with this guy? This guy got caught betting on his own games, and he got an injunction to be eligible to play this year. I don't understand that one bit, but Brendan, if you want to just give away to charity, Bailey Digital Media, reach out to me, brother. All right, so whether you're a Spurs fan, looking to even it up when the game 4 comes up, Valkyrie's fan who just, cried their eyes out at the end of that game, trying to bounce back from that rough, or you're trying to bounce back from a rough mental week, relying on your friends is a crucial assist. Just remember, the clock always resets. You always get another possession. All right, so, is our guest in the studio yet? Senor Michael, is my guest in the? Do I have the other person in there? All right, bring the other person on. Can you do the dual screen? Well, I don't necessarily need to bring Chris on, unless he wants to bring something. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll bring the card back after the interview portion because I do want to discuss it with my guest. All right. So, speaking of turning a bad break into a massive win, let's bring out today's guest. If you spend any time in the sports card world, which I feel like I'm the only person in this room that does, especially if you're chasing a massive surge in the WNBA and women's basketball realm, you already know exactly who she is. She is the co-owner of premier Whatnot powerhouse Dynasty Sports Cards. Alongside her business partners, they have built a massive community evolving from their original channel, Liliaz786, into the powerhouse freemium shop of over 14,000 items sold and a flawless 5.0 rating. If you aren't spending your Saturday evenings in their Whatnot streams, you are missing out on the absolute best WNBA. the best polls, and some of the best energy on the Whatnot app. Do yourself a favor, open up Whatnot now, search for Dynasty Sports Cards with an underscore, and there may be more later. But anyway, and then hit that follow button. She is a force in the hobby, a brilliant business mind, and someone who knows exactly how to handle a big break. Let's welcome Yasmin Dukith. Yaz, welcome to the show.
Hey guys.
Hey Yaz, I'm glad I could get you on.
Yes, thanks for having me today.
All right, so gonna start it off with, how did you get into sports cards?
Yes, so great question, Buster. So actually I was 16 years old, and my now no, not father-in-law, Jesus. My sister's husband, my brother-in-law, got me my first Baron Davis basketball relic card. I'm huge basketball. I played basketball all through middle school as well as high school. So for me, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Wow, you could get autos, you could get relics. Then it kind of transitioned into the women's sports. And of course, the year of Caitlin Clark is when it all went up and went crazy. Where before, it was very affordable hobby, very cheap. I would just collect it. It would sit in a box, and I would just enjoy the product.
Yeah. And do you appreciate the outfit change that I had?
Yes, I love the
Specifically for
Iowa
you.
22.
All right. So, all right, I do have a quick follow-up question, which I did not prep you for, but it came up in conversation. What position did you play in basketball?
Point guard and shooting guard.
I figured it. I was a point guard center, which is, I can play any position on the court, but I like passing and I like rebounding. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm too short to get the rebounds.
Well, I don't know. It's got to jump higher. I don't know. I don't have anything to tell you for that. A shin guard in soccer, or
Soccer's fun too.
All right. So let's move on to the next question. We don't want to, let this take too long. I'm sure you have a ton of other things to take care of. But anyway, so let's talk about the business side of the hobby. On bad breaks, we look at like the structural side of things. Sometimes a break isn't about pulling a terrible card. It's about investing in a product line that just totally flops. Have you ever bought heavily into a sealed product release and ended up having a complete dud? I mean, maybe not for Dynasty because it's fairly a new company. But, leaving you holding a bag with a bag of wax that nobody wants. How did you manage that hit, and how did it change your inventory strategy going forward?
So great question. So yes, so Dynasty, as you kind of know, we're new, right? We kind of merged with my partner Red as well as Tommy. So we haven't had any bad break because we were very fortunate right now to have Select in here. But I can tell you horror stories of my own personal of collecting. So now I'm very selective of what products that I actually would buy. So I will only buy select product as well as I love the Panini 101. Prism, it's nice. It has its value, but select cards are way better, and I've got hammered, tortured on Prism, so I try to stay far away from the Prism as possible. The cards are just not as clean. There's a lot of print lines compared to select cards.
Yeah, and more so than the past, Prism has, kind of fallen off, or Panini has kind of fallen off with the printing of Prism. The last year of NFL, was notorious having like the roller marks on the back, and I believe that's part of some of the issues with this product. But yeah, Select in other sports, I've seen some odd, pricing, secondary market pricing on that. So we'll see. I'm not gonna lie. I've been too broke to get into any of the select breaks that have been that have been, shown on your channels recently. So, maybe here in a few, I can get back to doing that.
Yes.
All right. So my next question, so you and Ash, you do this Saturday night show that, that has been branded phenomenally. You took this, early channel, Lily As, to a premiere shop that that takes an immense amount of gas. Has there ever been a moment where the momentum felt like it was so fast that you two had to actively hit the brakes, on any expansion or like a new show format, just to protect the quality of what you built?
Yeah, so now it's been past a year that we have been on Whatnot. So that's the great thing. So once I came in, it was actually December 26th is when I started. In 2025 is when I was asked to, yes, you should do this. I was at a card show. I did card shows all the time. They were like, you got great energy. You could do this. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's not a thing for me. I got on it. I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. After 3 months is when I got the premier status and have not lost it since then. So I'm very, very proud of what we've accomplished there. Our mindset was always to always have new, fresh inventory every stream, not to have the same old boring stuff. Now, the bad side of that, that I have learned, now that I'm in business with others, is that I can't hold on to the cards, right? You have to move them, because that's just money being tied up. And whether you take a loss or you break even or you make a little bit, let's get the card gone and be able to purchase new and better inventory for our customers.
Uh, a guest that I had a couple weeks ago. Are you familiar with Kerry Williams, the American Arbitrage?
Hmm.
He deals in low end cards, and one of his mottos is a slow or a fast nickel always beats a slow dime.
Yes.
And I've learned that. I've learned that.
Yes.
So, all right. So a quick follow up question on that is because you recently became partners with two other people. What made you make that leap finally, and what led to that expansion?
Yes. So it was a great conversation with my partner, Red, as everybody will know him as Red Pa, T18, with his daughter Jazzwar on Whatnot. We were actually having just a conversation, and I was actually approached by another company, to say, Yaz, we would love to have you join our team. I thought about it a lot and I was like, I don't know, because the name that I've built, the community has like showed so much love for me. I was like, I'm not sure if I want to do that. So speaking with Red Paw, we kind of collaborated. He didn't realize that I would even consider doing something like this. And he is good friends with Tommy, who's our other business partner. And we kind of collaborated, had a phone call, said, hey, how are we going to do this? And right now, I couldn't be more happier to make that transition happen. I feel that we are now being able to give the customers breaks, whether it's high end breaks, low end breaks, so it's more affordable for everybody, as well as what we have our single channel that has the Yaz and Ash show that you will always have on Saturday nights, as well as we have our other sorry, not breakers, but singles folks that will sell some lower end. So again, it's catering to both sides of each of the market. And that's what we wanted to build. We wanted to build that within the community that we absolutely love and care for, and to give them this ultimate great experience.
Yeah, and I am a member of that community. Full
You
disclosure,
are.
I've spent many of Saturday nights in that chat, making people holla, making people holla.
Yes. $2 make you
Part of
holla.
their thing is $2 holla on Saturdays. So definitely check out her shows. All right, moving on. So you two, have you two and the expanded universe that is Dynasty Sports Cards have been
Yes.
the absolute best at WNBA and women's basketball cards on the internet. You truly broke the mold in what has traditionally been a heavily male-dominated hobby space. What was the toughest barrier you had to break through early on to establish that clear market dominance?
So that's kind of funny question to say a male dominant sport. Yes, I think a lot more people cater to NFL, baseball, basketball. But as more people are starting to see, I mean, let's give the props up to whether people like her or not. Let's give the
Yep.
props to Caitlin Clark
Yep.
for helping changing the way folks look at WNBA. Now, we've had so many great legends of WNBA folks that never will probably get the respect level. So we do thank Caitlin Clark for making that change happen, and for folks to continue to watch sports. But I think now it's becoming where a lot of people are actually looking at more than just WNBA, NBA. They're looking at soccer now. You've got WWE, you've got racing. So more and more folks, I think, are starting to enjoy different hobbies. I mean, you got Pokemon. New thing that's came out a couple years ago is these Bo
I
Jacksons.
was hoping you were
Uh,
going to mention it. I
that
got
I think Bo Jackson, he has catered to all sports, which is absolutely phenomenal. He made it into an action figure, basically like Pokemon, and have got these athletes that are able to sign if they're not exclusive to another brand. And I think it's just going to keep building in this industry, in this card business itself, because I think people enjoy it because they watch it as well as they can now collect it.
Yep. Yep. And I love the Boba. I've only opened like 2 packs. I have another one saved for one of my wacky Wednesdays that I do. It's one of the series I've been doing on my Buster Chestnut Cards YouTube channel. Hopefully there's something really cool in that. But
Yeah.
the first pack I opened, I pulled a Aaron Judge, Gaviler,
Gavler. Yep.
the Grandma's Linoleum. Card.
Nice.
All right. Last I checked, it was about 120. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. So moving on, I got two more questions, and then we're gonna open some cards real quick, just for fun.
Yes. All right.
All right. So you mentioned Caitlin Clark. Also people like Cameron Brink. The new rookie class actually, I guess last year's rookie class with Paige. Sonny, Kiki. If you could sound like a broken record to a brand new collector trying to step into WNBA cards today without getting burned, what is one piece of advice that you would drill into their heads?
Do your research first, right? Don't go crazy and just buy a whole bunch of stuff because you think you're gonna flip it the next day. It's
Mm.
just like anything, it's like the stock market, right? It goes up and down. So be very careful. But I would always recommend invest in the people that you like. I'm a big Sonia Citron fan. Before that, I was a big I'm sorry, Rakia Jackson fan. So I would put those PCs, but I would know that, hey, not to go too crazy buying into it. I would look to see how's their stats, how are they playing, because the time is you get it. I mean, time to buy cards is when it's the off season, right? Off
Yep.
season is when you get the best prices, because the minute they play one great game, everybody in the world wants their cards now.
Yep.
Just be cautious because the hobby is not cheap, right? And
Yep.
in today's economy, it's not the best. So just be careful, but PC who you want to PC. Don't just go for the hype, because I think people then get burned. Just like if you do it in NFL, you do it in basketball, people go crazy over a certain player. Let's take the Zion Williams story. People
Yeah,
probably invested
from the
the hell
pandemic.
out of him,
Yeah.
and nothing ever happened. So, be smart. It's fun, but it is expensive.
Yes. And it is great that you offer affordable breaks for people, to dip their toes in the water.
Absolutely.
All right, I got one more structured question, and then we can open some cards and see what happens. And then we can get on to some comedy. I know everybody's wanting to get to the comedy. Okay. So running Dynasty takes a tremendous amount of energy, especially when the Saturday night rolls around and you're live in front of the camera for hours. When you finally get a break from from the streaming lights, the invoices, and the shipping tape, what is your go-to way to decompress and recharge your batteries?
That's such a great question, because I actually juggle a full-time job as
I thought
well.
you meant actually juggling. I was like, okay, all right,
uh,
focus.
as well as do this, as the business too. So there's days that I actually will just take time away, won't pick up the phone, won't get on any streams, won't look to see who's doing anything, just to get your mindset right, and not try to overspend too. Okay, let's put that out there. But also just a mental break, because sometimes you do have to step away, because when you look at it too much, you may be overlooking something, miss a lot of stuff. And you know me, you know my streams. We go crazy. Sometimes we're all over the place. So yeah, just downtime, just relax, watch a nice movie, or just go for a nice walk. We Ash and I go for walks every day. So
Heck yeah, heck yeah. All right, so I am gonna go grab or actually, I'm gonna grab these packs that are sitting over here, or hanger packs, which notorious hangers are bangers. Not usually in my book, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we have the luck of the draw on the interview today. But let me open that. You're familiar with Prism. Just talk about what we're looking for, if you don't
yeah,
mind.
so yeah, absolutely. So definitely in our hangers, right? The chase is always going to be a page. We always want a page, right? That's like what everybody wants. But I mean, if you pull a Sonya, we're going to be all excited too. So we want to look for the rookies. We want even Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is still one of the biggest ones to still pull. So that's what we're going to be looking for on here. And I also did want to say one more thing, Buster, before you get into the cracking and everybody's ready for some fun comedy. So we do have two channels. So we do have the Dynasty Sports Card underscore, and then we have Dynasty underscore Sports Cards. So please bookmark all of those future shows. We purposely did two links is to kind of say, hey, this is where we're going to have some singles on this channel and breaks on the other channel. So it was purposely for that. And yes, thank you for putting that on the header there. But yes, so hope we see all of you guys in the stream. Please come in, just say hello if you want to have fun on a Saturday night and see Ash and I get crazy. Come and enjoy us. We're low key comedians just on Whatnot.
I realized I took myself off of the audio. But yeah, I put that banner up. So if you can see that on the screen, definitely check out both those channels.
We can't hear you if you're talking, or I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Hold on one second. All right, can you hear me now?
No, still can't hear you.
Give me 1 second. All right. Tried to
Yes, you're back.
reset. Am I back?
You're back.
All right. All right. So I have 2 hanger packs. I just opened them. I'm gonna go through them, and any of like, if it's a good rookie or something, I'm gonna place it where the Cam Skataboo 1 of 1 autograph is on card. Just by the way, if anybody's a big Cam Skataboo fan, I got a sweet card over here. All right. So all right. So you can kind of see, but all right. So we got a bunch of base. Can I call out one of your breakers real quick?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Chelsea. She usually just goes base, 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 and it works. So base, 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 base. All right. We got our first parallel. Courtney Vandersloot on the silver. Nothing great. Kayla McBride on the color match green. That's something. All right. Dana Evans on the orange cracked ice. Tierra McCowan, orange cracked ice. Courtney Vandersloot on the orange cracked ice. Jordan Horston. Howard. JJ Quinterly. Like, did she make the team? I have not heard that name.
She's definitely not the one you want.
Okay, we did get one we want. All right.
All right. Yeah, you pulled a page.
All right. It's something. All right. Keep going. We got Sarah Ashley Barker on the variation. Ooh, we got another page making an appearance.
Look at that. Oh, and now you have the cars fall.
And now it's a PSA 4. All right. Luckily, I have more, in better condition over here. Julie Van Loo, Nancy Lieberman, Asia Wilson, Goat. All right. Kelsey Plum. Oh, we got one of my PC players, Buckeye alum, and I was rocking her jersey from Ohio State earlier, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. Miss Kelsey Mitchell. All right, Brianna Turner, Markeisha Davis, Kia Nurse, Azia James on the orange ice. Not horrible. Always like seeing that. All right, Jackie Young, Zero Stevens. We got another page base. So these are treating us okay, if you ask me.
Yes.
Enrique, Haley Van Lith, who's just been bounced around the league. Jake Melbourne, Michelle Timms, Maddie Westbeld, and Caitlin Chen. All right, so what do you think about our rip, Yaz?
All right, so first, you didn't do it on screen, the opening. So did you move these packs? No.
The logistics of the situation. But
no, I think we brought you some luck by pulling you some pages here. So
yep.
I think and maybe wearing that Iowa jersey was probably what gave you luck too.
Maybe. But we are, just for full disclosure, we are in Buckeye country, and we're in a bar owned by somebody that went to that team up north. But I don't, hold it against them. But all right, yes. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up so we can actually get to some comedy, so that people quit, bugging me. But I really appreciate you joining the stream. And if you have anything else to say, anything to promote, now's your time.
No, I just thank you, Buster, for allowing me to come on here. Thank you, crowd. I can't see you guys. Thanks for listening to me. Again, please check out both of our our sites. Also check out our Instagram. You'll see a lot of posts from Chelsea. You'll always see our posts that we hit on the streams, as well as what singles that we will be doing on a Saturday night. So follow us on IG. It's Dynasty Sports Cards _ so just really thank all of you guys. Thank you for the time tonight. Go do your funny jokes and have fun. And I'll be positive. Go Buckeyes!
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you, yes.
All
right. So that is going to end our bad breaks with Buster Chestnut. I know everybody's so sad about this. But I'm going to step away, grab my introduction for the opener tonight, and we will get going. All right? I'll be right back. Switch it to the solo view, please. Am I good? I'm not good. Am I good? Yeah, so we're not good. If you can hear me. Lower. Are we better? Can I bring my comedian up? Sheesh. All right, let's get a little energy, please. Can I get a round of applause? Can I get all right? I got it. All right. Real quick, my self needs here. Count of 3. I want to hear a Buster if you're paying attention. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you. All right, so let's keep that chaotic momentum rolling for your very first comic. He approaches the stand-up set exactly like landing a massive combo on concrete. He absolutely not afraid to eat pavement just to get a laugh. Put your drinks together and make some noise for the Tony Hawk of open mic trenches, Bobby Klontz.
Yeah, I'm not. I won't. Okay. Well, what am I gonna start off with? What am I thinking? I would, but I don't have a skateboard. Do you see a skateboard underneath my feet? Exactly. I can't do one. I can maybe do a moving ollie if that, and then I break my ribs, and then I can't afford health care, so then I'm stuck with broken ribs. What else am I? Fuck. I don't know. Gas station hot dogs have kind of fucked me up. Like just the way that they're all dried and shit. Like it really did something to me because I've been going on dates through like Tinder and I got catfished by a burn victim, and it just reminded me of the night where I ate that gas station hot dog and the constipation. So the last person that I was with, they kept for some reason they kept a miscarriage in a closet. It's like it's something your dad would do with his pee-wee football trophies. It's just in arguments about your mother. It's a lot more fun to throw a miscarriage against the wall. It's like a Jackson Pollock painting. Just splatters everywhere. I do drink a little too much, and then suppose when I get drunk, I'm like, I'm gonna get something to eat. I'll go to Raising Cane's and get something to eat, and I'll get a Caniac combo. Then I just immediately throw that up right back into the box. Then I gotta walk outside with this vomit-filled box to a homeless guy, and I gotta hand it to him. At least there's some weight to it, so he might. I walk away quickly after giving him the box of caniac of just straight vomit. So at least for a brief moment, he was like, "Oh, someone actually gave me a box of food and it's heavy. It's probably and it's warm." Oh no, he opens it, it's just vomit. Go panhandle somewhere else. What do you guys think a necrophiliac's choice of cut when it comes to subs? He gets the cold cuts. Necrophiliac only enjoys cold stuff, so he only gets cold subs. I wonder if a necrophiliac like sees the cutter in the back and just like starts getting off on the meat cutter. Like he wishes he was the meat cutter. Oh, that cold meat right up on me. Pissing your pants does ruin the interior of your car. Like I tell you, like driving it off the lot does, but I think a piss wet seat ruins it. And there's not really any way of cleaning it out. If it's cloth, it kind of sits in there. And then like really hot summer days like this, you can kind of smell it after sitting down in it. After it's been dried. It's in there. It's gonna be there forever. No amount of Dollar Tree air fresheners will ever fix that. That thing's fucked. My trade-in value's fucked on it. I've kind of fucked myself in the end. The flyer kind of fucked me up. He put me in a flyer with. I was like, "You put me in a pimp suit with strippers," and he put me in a pimp suit on a skateboard. And a lot of the women in that like thing that I'm around, it kind of looks like suspect. Like it makes me look like a pedophile. I was like, "This is not good. This is got me fucked up looking." Of course, no one showed up because of that. There's like, "Why the fuck is he having this fucking pedophile on a flyer?" What else am I gonna talk about? Shitting kind of sucks if you don't own a bidet. Yeah, I get nasty shits. I like fucking hot Cheetos and Takis and stuff. You ever have to shit after that? Like you have to take a shower after shitting that shit up. But you can't tell if your stool's bleeding or if it's just the red 40 in the hot Cheetos and it burns. It's like it could have been all those beers and tequila that I drank the night before, or I do have a problem with my stomach lining and intestines. Who remembers Charlotte Nash? That was a woman that got her face ripped off by a chimpanzee. Good old belly button face. Yeah, it's funny is when you look up the definition for butt her face, it just shows an image of her. I think it must have been difficult for a husband to like walk into the hospital the next day, like right after it, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta think of a compliment. I can't say anything about the nails because well, she has no hands. Can't say anything about her hair because that's been ripped out." That guy was in a tough spot. I think he's in a worse spot than she was. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna do an amateur thing and look at my notes here. I enjoy smoking. I used to enjoy smoking weed from a bong. I used to do it so much that I would have to try and think of creative ways to smoke a bong. And one day, I saw Bear Grylls on TV drinking his own piss. And I thought to myself, what if I did a Bear Grylls bong rip? It's the original, first one to ever do it, where I piss in a bong and I hit it. Whole new level. You get so high off of that. Oh yeah, I got dude. The Bear Grylls bong rip is the only way to hit bongs. That's better. That guy, yeah, he said my girlfriend's pissed. That's a lot better suggestion than my own. It's not as gross. You can almost fetishize a bong hit if it was your girlfriend's piss. But I'm not much of a piss fetish guy, but like pissing stuff, I've had a lot of fun just pissing all over just friends, like soap bottles that they have to use the next morning. I've pissed in a beer cup after a friend handed me it and watching him drank it. That was funny. Shit's another fun thing too, because like you ever go to someone's house and if their family, if their mom's married, it's like, oh, she definitely has a wedding gown somewhere. So you can find a wedding gown from like 1995 and just smear shit all over it. Just give it the good old chocolate dump all over it. And then whenever they're like, oh, I'm going to go back and reminisce or show my son's fiance my wedding dress of that night before, it's just covered in shit. So I spend my time, and you will find me near a septic tank in your town.
All right. Thank you, Bobby. Everybody keep it going for Bobby. And I do have his socials up here if you're interested in following him on Instagram. And I will switch that banner here in just a moment for our next performer. Are you guys ready for some heavy lifting? Because our feature act tonight treats comedy like a high-intensity interval workout. And he's fully prepared to deadlift this entire room. He has a proven track record of legally defeating his hecklers. So laugh loud unless you want a subpoena. Flex those vocal cords and welcome Mitch Potterf.
Thank you, Buster. Thank you, Buster. Thank you, Leaping Lizards, for having us tonight. Bobby Klontz is a great guy, but I'm not splitting another meal with him. Last time I had to choose second. Dude was hogging all the flavors. It is Pride Month. I think it's awesome that June has always been Pride Month, but now apparently it's also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. How typical of suicidal men, always having to make everything all about them. I'm spending all month congratulating people for putting cocks in their mouth, but now I got to clap for a dude who's taking a gun out of his. It really puts a damper on pride, You're seeing all these glittery rainbow posters, and then right next to it, a black and white photo of a Glock that says, check on your bros. I do check on my bros. They're doing terrible. They tell you to look for the warning signs of depression, like lack of motivation, habitual drug use, alcoholism. That's not depression to the guys I know. That's just another week of unemployment. I recently saw that Meghan Markle of the royal family said that the most racist thing she's ever heard in the UK was, what color will the baby be? That's some pretty lame racism from a country that used to own other countries. In America, you'll hear more racist shit in traffic, and that guy didn't even cut me off. I was just having a bad day. I do have a suicidal mom, not to brag, but she did just beat cancer. That wasn't her reaction. So this is an impression of my mom the day before she got cancer. Oh, traffic is awfully bad today. Get it? Stupid bitch didn't know she had cancer. Maybe I shouldn't call my mom a stupid bitch. She's a very smart bitch. In my head, a polycule is like a really strong geometric structure. But in reality, it's just 3 fat dudes sharing a girl with a personality disorder. I don't trust couples that say that they're best friends. You know, my ex used to say that about us, and that's crazy because I'll never forget my best friend's birthday. One thing about me is I actually love SeaWorld. I think it's really inspiring. You know, human beings, we took the most powerful creature in all of the 7 seas. We give it a 9 to 5. And now all it does is try to kill itself. You know, that's Shamu. Speaking of shrimp catching attention whores, I took my ex-girlfriend to hibachi one time. She caught 5 shrimps in a row from a total stranger, but still couldn't look at mine without saying, "Oh, I can't. I'm too tired." Why does it smell like that? Here's my impression of a homophobic rooster. Peacock. Fuck. This is my impression of a gay rooster. Peacock. Happy Pride Month. I just watched a movie, the saddest Shia LaBeouf movie I've ever seen, just to find out that the Peanut Butter Falcon isn't a new Transformer. It was if you've seen the movie, it was a real Peanut Butter Falcon move of me. I do live in a really bad area with a lot of sex offenders, but it's sort of good for me because I'm a tease. People are always telling me I should get a guard dog. Name it something scary like Diesel or Chopper. I think if I got a guard dog and name it something even scarier. Bill Cosby. You know, he'd be a chocolate pudding lab. I'd take him to the dog park, let him hang out around the water bowl. He'd be barking at the other dogs like, "Roofie, Roofie." Epstein files this, Epstein files that. I haven't even read those emails. I get my information on predators the old-fashioned way. Wrestling with my neighbor Gary. He knows I'm not a minor, but he's definitely a lot nicer to me whenever I'm wearing a backpack. Yeah, that was dark, you know? Yeah, because kids wear backpacks. And he's a guy who likes kids. No. Girls always ask the craziest questions nowadays, like, "Are you wearing girls' underwear?" Actually, it's a woman's thong. I don't know why you're being so weird about it. You're the one that left your window open. You know, Harry Styles wears women's underwear and he gets applauded. I do it and suddenly I'm ruining recess and I'm a registered sex offender. Maybe it makes sense why I live in that neighborhood now. You know, gender fluid. Yes, please. Yeah, I'll take 2. Yeah, I'll have what they/them is having. Speaking of gender fluid, if squirt is pee, then what did I pay that stripper $500 for? Nah, I'm just kidding. I didn't pay her. If squirt is pee, then why isn't the ladies' restroom a sexier place? Maybe that's the real reason they don't want me in there. That and my video camera. Porn ads are always asking me, jerking off alone? Shouldn't I be? I mean, I was until that lady got on the bus. I know some of you ladies might have a book club, and I think that's very nurturing. You know, it really grows your mind. Me and my fellas, we just share a Brazzers premium account. You know, we're pinching pennies and we're pinching, you know. But it's nice because I get to see the saved and watched history videos of some of my closest friends. It's really cool to try to put them on to new stuff. It's like, oh, I didn't know Bobby was watching so much gay stuff. It pisses me off when people have sex in bar bathrooms. Like, dude, some of us are trying to do cocaine in here. I wish I had enough money to become a cocaine addict. I did for like a week, but then I went and spent it all on fucking cocaine. In a recent study conducted on lab rats, they found that sugar is actually more addictive than cocaine. Makes you feel bad for the sugar rats, you know? They got to sit there and watch all their cool rat friends do cocaine while they're just sipping Virgin Shirley Temples. This is what I think rat cocaine music would sound like. Do you bit cheese and laugh after love? Yeah, that one got about the reaction that it deserves. Girls with nipple piercings always think they're so tough in punk rock until I show them my magnet collection. Why don't girls find my magnet collection more attractive? Yeah, that one's more fun for me. Okay, this is a testy one. I actually grew up around comedy. You know, my great grandpa actually always used to watch Eddie Murphy when I was a little kid, and he would tell me, he would go, Mitch, that's one of the good ones. And I'm pretty sure he was talking about comedians. When I was 8, my great grandpa actually had a stroke at the dinner table. It was awkward at first, but we just let him come. You got to respect your elders. It's like my great grandpa always used to say, Barack Obama's a terrorist. Nah, I'm just kidding. He used a way worse word than terrorist. Said, Grandpa, he's Hawaiian. I think terrorism is bad, but I do think it's all about perspective. You know, when you look at terrorism as just a group of really close friends trying to accomplish an impossible goal, that's sort of inspiring. You know, you look at all the praising God and trying to break records, it's sort of like a sports movie. Never forget, remember the Titans. The 2 towers, that's just One Tree Hill. You put ISIS in basketball jerseys, we could have something really special going. Speaking of ISIS, here's my impression of the Prophet Muhammad. I'm just kidding, guys. Think I was really going to do it? I don't want this place to blow up. This is my impression of my dad before I wasn't allowed to spend weekends at his place anymore. Don't touch that. The safety's not on. I am a gun owner. You know, I'm not like a nerd about it, though. Not like one of those people who say, you need registration for your firearm. Like, man, it's a gun. It doesn't need a birth certificate. People say, oh, you need a license to carry. Man, I've been carrying stuff my whole life. I'm pretty good at it. Nothing like those clumsy little kids I babysit. This new Labubu thing is crazy. You know, everyone's always talking about it. If you ask me, I think compared to Labubu, calling them dwarves isn't even that bad. You know, I'm sorry. I know. Using the word dwarf in 2026. How very short-sighted of me. Midget, it is the better word. Midgets is a better word than dwarves or little people. It just has more fun and more whimsy. You know, it explains why they walk like that. You know, I've been really working hard on this whole comedy thing, but what I'm really passionate about is magic. You know, I've been watching magic tricks online, trying to learn them. So I've been trying to learn some mentalism tricks to show different audiences. And I'd like to try it for you tonight. Sir, can I try a mentalism trick on you right now? I can read minds. Okay, here we go. Okay, just think of something. All right, now I'm reading this gentleman's mind. I'm so gay. Gay. Boys kissing. Big penis. Whoa. Someone's in the mood for Pride Month. All right, give me some nugs. The Matrix lied to me. You know, these pills don't wake you up. They just make your mom cry and lock her medicine cabinet every time you visit. You know, when I took pills and told everyone the world was a simulation, they didn't call me the one. They called 911. Anybody here ever confuse the movie The Notebook with the movie Schindler's List? That was an awkward date night. I've never had a single gay thought. Typically, it's multiple vivid fantasies, followed by a Ryan Gosling movie. The Mormons are pretty weird until you realize they did sort of reinvent sex. They just did it in a really lame way. Like, I think soaking sounds sweet as hell. It's like, oh, you just get to sit there? Other people do the work for you? I'm scared I would have gotten sold on it. But it's just aggressive marinating, you know? I give props to the Mormons because they're one of the religions that are trying to change the sexual envelope, you know? Christians, they're just fucking kids. Oh, yeah. I feel like they're having Nazi versions of all sorts of different monsters nowadays. You know, like if they weren't bad enough. You know, they got Nazi zombies, Nazi mummies, but no Nazi vampires. I think that's just because they look too good. You know, they'd really be dressed to the nines. You know, I'm a cat person. I think it's cool to have a cat if you don't care what your house smells like. You know, but I also get jealous of cats. Like they get to pee in a sandbox all day. But as soon as I do it, I'm ruining recess and I'm a registered sex offender. You know, I get a buddy and he has a cat that has feline AIDS. That would suck. I didn't even know that was a thing. Imagine it's your own cat and you still have to wear a condom. One of my buddies told me that joke is gross and it makes me look like a creep that has sex with animals. And that couldn't be further from the truth. I'm definitely not a creep. All right, give it up for your amazing host, Buster Chestnut.
All right, keep it going for Mitch. We had a few laughs there, right? All right. Hopefully we can get Mitch back here again sometime soon. But, you know, I got to, you know, I was going to say ruin the evening, but, you know, we know that's not true. It is time for your headliner, bringing a level of weaponized awkwardness you haven't witnessed since middle school talent show. No, not yet. He delivers his jokes with a slow, methodical precision that of a malfunctioning robot whittling a wooden shank. Brace yourselves for the absolute best uncomfortable silences of your life. Let's tear the roof off of this place for Josh Ostroff.
Give it up for the fat retard Buster Chestnut. Fucking fat retard up in here. Yeah. I mean, those intros are retarded. Just AI bullshit. I mean, he chat GPT'd all of those. Like a fucking retard. Yeah, give it up. Buster Chestnut looks like he only eats lizards. I love that jersey, man. You're showing off those biceps. Those are people like that. People are like, yeah, we want to see that. God damn, man. He is a fucking tard. But we love him. He pays us well. He pays us well. He's a good guy. He doesn't pay people to do the artwork. He does use AI. I feel like he kind of looks at AI like a kid looks like at like a tracer. Like he traces the drawings. He's like, look, Mom, I have talent. It's all right. Yeah, Buster Chestnut. I'm just mad because Buster Chestnut did fuck my mom. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, he busted a nut all over her chest. That's how he got the name. Yeah. Thank you. Applause break, everyone. Join him in the applause break. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Happy Black History Month, by the way. Happy Black History Month. Whatever. We're all black this month. I like it when fat people wear backpacks because it kind of looks like a spare tire on a Jeep. A little bit about me. I won't sniff a lady's chair, but I'll waft. Give me a waft. Are you going to sue me over a waft? Fucking give me a waft. It smells interesting. Fucking give me a fucking waft. Can I get an applause break for that? Yeah, thank you. Make some noise, y'all. This is retarded. No, but I do. It smells interesting. I feel like women smell like the opposite of homeless people. It's like women are up here, homeless people down. They smell great. They smell like the opposite of homeless people. Yeah, they're good. I do have a big penis, by the way. I might be a little bit biased. I am the one that has to lug it around all the time. I do have to lug it around all the time, so I might be a little bit biased. Maybe if I didn't have to lug it around all the time, I'd have a better picture of how big my penis is, but sadly I don't. All right, you got it's Black History Month, right? So thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It is Black History Month, so abortion is a big topic this month. It is a big topic. I don't know your guys' stance on abortion. I don't know it. But my stance is if the abortion could clog a toilet, it shouldn't happen. If it flushes, then it's like a goldfish. It doesn't matter. But if it clogs, then it has feelings. We should put it back in there. That's my fucking opinion on abortion. But speaking of a toilet, yeah, applause break. Yes, applause break. Everybody applause break. You gotta honor the black man. Applause break. Fucking Wakanda forever. Fucking the blackest of power. Yeah, all right, I'm sorry. You're mixed. So black and white power? Can we do that? Black and white power? I don't know. Do a black power and then a Hitler salute? I don't know. What's the mixed version of that? I'm sorry. My dad's a Jew. Do you guys see this thing? Why is there such a thing as a family bathroom? I don't want to take a shit with my mom. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Just drink your beer, sir. Don't. Yeah, why did everybody be like I sound like that? Why do people say I sound like a retard when I talk like a retard? I love you, sir. We love you. Keep coming out here. No, I think the real gender neutral bathroom, because people talk about gender neutral bathrooms. I know you guys do. You guys love gender neutral bathrooms. I think the best gender neutral bathroom is the public pool. I think we could solve a lot of problems at Target if we just put a public pool. The transgenders, anyone can piss and shit in there. Applause break. Thank you, my sir. Fucking Malcolm X up in this bitch. All right, let's talk about pedophiles. We got any pedophiles in here? Give it up. That guy that talked like that, he probably a pedophile. Fucking, did you guys know this, though, that pedophiles are shorter and dumber on average? I looked this up. Apparently, they're shorter than the average person and they're dumber than the average person, which, if you think about it, they're kind of like kids. It doesn't make it right, but they're closer to kids than we are. If they're shorter and dumber on air, whatever. I don't think it makes it right though. We're gonna keep it going here. Anyone here? I mean, we all have a thing. You guys look like you stormed the Capitol, right? Give it up if you stormed the Cap. We all have a reason why we didn't prevent January 6th. We all have a reason. We do. I was there. I was there. I was there for a Frisbee golf tournament. And I was going to stop it. I saw it happening. I was going to stop January 6th, but I saw a sign. I misread a street sign. I thought it said the street sign, it said do not block intersection. I thought it said do not block insurrection. I was going to block. You know me, guys. I was going to block. Whatever, babe. Buddy, keep drinking your whiskey, boy. Yeah. I feel like porn is the only crime. I mean, here's the thing, guys. You guys like porn? You don't like porn? Or you like child porn? Okay, I don't know. Fucking tell me what porn you like. You like Latina child porn? I don't fucking know. You're here at Leaping Lizards. Latina child porn is the official sponsor of Leaping Lizards Bar. It's the fucking, yeah. I think, here's the thing. What? Prostitution is the only crime where if you film it, it becomes legal. It becomes porn. You can't do that with any other crime. You know, like you can't rob a bank and go to the judge and be like, Your Honor, you see how many people jerked off to this? Applause break. Thank you very much, sir. I'm making a lot of ad revenue off this fucking bank robbery. It's a good one. I speak lizard too. It's like an Adam Sandler, but more retarded. All right. I remember a day in this country. You guys ever watch commercials now? And like all of the commercials there's like a bunch of gay people in the commercials. I remember a day in this country when AIDS medication was marketed to the straight man. Now all these AIDS commercials have gay guys in them. It's like, what? Woke. Fucking woke. Why is there a gay guy in the AIDS medication commercial? Can we get this faggot off the screen? Was he dying of AIDS or something? I'm fucking hilarious, guy. You keep drinking your whiskey. Keep drinking that fucking whiskey, boy. It'd be a lot worse. I fucking relate to that. You know what? I fucking you guys on Ozempic at all? Anyone? Yeah, you're not on Ozempic, sir. You're working on it. But here's the thing. I feel like Ozempic, it's nice because now it's made like fat people more trustworthy. Because like I look at a fat person now, I'm like, oh shit, he didn't take the shortcut. I would trust that fat guy with my life. I'd give him my bank pin. I used to just look at a fat person and be like, ew. But now I'm like, can you be the godfather to my kid? You got integrity, sir. You're not taking that fucking shortcut. I do talk about porn a lot, but I did recently, I stopped watching porn. And so now I'm just jerking off to what I can remember. Turns out there's a lot. There's a lot that I can remember. The thing about, I feel like I'm kind of like doomsday prepping by not looking at porn, you know? I feel like if there's gonna be an apocalypse, I'm gonna be prepared. You know, you porn watchers, you guys are gonna be fucking horny as shit during the apocalypse, not knowing what the servers are gonna go out, and you're not gonna be able to get a nut off. I feel like if I was still jerking off to porn, I'd get tempted by like some hot zombie, get fucking zombie AIDS. Hug it up, guys. Yeah, hug it up. Fucking hug it up. Happy Gay History Month, by the way. I don't know if I said that already. They invented like peanut butter or something, I think, right? The gays. I don't fucking know. You guys keep watching the hockey game. Keep watching the fucking. But I still jerk off though. I still jerk off. Thank you, sir. I'll still fucking bust a fat nut. Sometimes Buster Chestnut. Thank you, fucking fuck yeah, thanks. Sometimes I'll bust a nut. You know, you hear about this like a post nut clarity. You have like a little bit of shame after you masturbate. I'll get that. I'll get a little post nut clarity, and then I'll look in the mirror, and my hair's a little messed up. I got rosy cheeks. I'm like, shit, he's looking a little cute. And all the fucking post-nut clarity melts away. I'm like, yeah, boy, you deserve that one. You deserve that one, champ. Applause break. Thank you. Fucking applause break. My, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I had a girlfriend once. I used to have sex. Yeah, boo. Can we get a boo applause break? Boo. Fuck women, right? Yeah. Fuck those whores. They're good for nothing. They like sucking cock, and that's about it. But I had a girlfriend, and we used to shower together. Oh, that was hot. That was really sexy. Oh, showering together. You got the steam going. You got the loofahs. You got the fucking. Oh, it's nice. Oh, it's good stuff. Showering together, getting real sexy. Soap, loofahs, steam. But then she fucking asked me one time when we were showering. She was like, "Do you have any asshole soap?" I was like, "Asshole soap? What's asshole soap?" And she was like, "Yeah, you need to use a different soap on your asshole because the skin around your asshole is sensitive. You got to use a different soap for that." And I was like, I don't know if I want to use asshole soap. I want to toughen up my asshole. I want to get fucking like desert cracks on my asshole. I want a Jeep Cherokee to run over my asshole and it'd be a good commercial. I don't need asshole soap. I do think asshole soap is good if you have kids, you know, because, you know, soap in the mouth is already a pretty good punishment. But if you have to up it, asshole soap in the mouth, really teach them a lesson. Yeah, it's bad out here. Fucking Buster Chestnut, the fat retard. He's amazing. He's a fat fucking retard. No, I think it's the person that's drinking during the pregnancy's fault. Do you know that Buster Chestnut's only 42? He looks like shit. 43. He looks like absolute shit. Goddamn. It's what leaping lizards does to you. It ages you, man. Guys, get out while you can. Save your youth. Save the good looks while you can, because this place ages you. I've been here. No, there's a lot of hotties. There's a lot of lizards in here. I'd take back to the lizard pad. I got a lizard pad for all the lizards. No, but I don't know. I don't really have any hobbies. I was thinking like maybe I should get into shopping. That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe I'll get into shopping. And I was at Target the other day, and I really there was a lot of women there. There was a lot of women at Target. I feel like men don't really hunt anymore, but women still gather. Like they go in debt to gather. They have gathering addictions. They gather, man. They take videos of themselves with all the things they gathered to get other people jealous, other women jealous about all the things they gathered in one go. Women be gathering. Fucking be gathering. The Holocaust. That was a doozy. We lost a lot of good guards. I think the Holocaust, it's not a good time, but like I feel like the concentration camp names sound like the teacher you didn't want to have in high school. Like, oh shit, you got Mr. Buchenwald for geometry? You're fucked, bro. You got Mrs. Dachau? Mrs. Plazow? Mr. Auschwitz? Mr. Bergen-Belsen first period? You're going to have a rough year. A little bit about me. I hate the Holocaust. I do. But give it up. But I am in favor of Jewish slavery in Egypt way back when. Because I feel like it was probably like one of the first ever black-owned businesses. Like they were fucking building them pyramids when them Jew boys. All right, no one's listening. Keep watching the Buster Chestnut's listening. The fucking alcohol fetal syndrome face is listening in the back. We're drinking our whiskey. We're having fun here. But I think we have to praise Buster for this great opportunity for all these comics. I mean, open micers alike too. Fuck yeah, right. It takes a village. It really does. It takes a village to tell dick jokes. It takes a village to rape a what? Who are you raping? I don't think you should rape anyone. I don't think it. I mean, it does. If you really want to rape someone, it's good if you have the whole village behind you. And you get a rape. All right, guys. Yeah. You have no defense. Yeah. Well, that was my closer. Give it up for the beautiful, the titillating Buster Chestnut, everybody. Give it up.
Thank you. And full disclosure, I'm just going to sneak a tidbit. Thank you, fellow Josh. Not that anyone here is named Josh. Don't know that person. But anyway, Josh Ostroff. Keep it going. All right. I really half expected a woo from Josh, but I appreciate that he did not do that. Thank you again, man. If you can make it out some other time, let me know. Even though you called me the R word, which, I've been refraining from using the R word lately just in case, because there is a bun in Satin's oven. And, I just don't want to complicate that. I don't want that juju out in the world. No offense by that comment. All right, so we are going to take a little bit of a break because I only have, hold on. We'll say four people signed up, and I have 10 slots available. And of those 4, only 3 are eligible for the open mic competition, which will bring you a $25 gift card to Leapin' Lizard, and a chance at next week's Road to Lizard-Palooza like finals championship, which we will have back. I think her name Kathy J, which she needs to get a hold of me. We have mutual friends. Be back here. I haven't contacted you online. But then we also have Sean G. He's going to be coming back. He won week 2. Week 3, I might have called in a ringer. I apologize to the other competitors, but I had a feeling that last week's winner was going to win. But Frank DeMint will be back next week. So that, your name could be added to this list for next week's performances if you win the open mic competition. But in order to win the open mic competition, you need to be here and stay here until the end, because we need to, the votes and all that. But you need to be here. And we only have 4 people signed up. I got you. All right. So there's plenty of time to get here. All right. And let me explain, what that means, that you would, have a chance to compete next week to win, $100, which that'd be sweet. But also a chance for a 5 to 10 minute paid set to perform at Lizard-Palooza. And what is Lizard-Palooza, you might ask? It is a great music, food, and now comedy festival here at Leapin' Lizards. It happens June 19th through the 21st. It is put on by Leapin' Lizard. It is put on by Gallows. Is it just one of Kitchen Tap Room? Just Gallows? It's sponsored by Gallows Kitchen, which any of Gallows locations is fine by me. I've had a few. Used to spend Mardi Gras at Gallows Kitchen. Fun fact. It's a great place to hang out. But Gallows will be bringing in food. What was it? Saturday. So definitely come in Saturday. I do have a fun host duo for Saturday. I might jump in a little bit just because everybody hates me and I need to, put my face out there anyway. But we have 2 hosts that day, one of which is a Lizard favorite, Josh Albert. Can we give it up for Josh Albert? And he's bringing one of his comedian friends who I've been trying to get here for a long time, Tyson Colson. Anybody familiar with Tyson Colson? All right, so we're going to be hanging out with Tyson and Josh Albert on Saturday of Lizard-Palooza, which that would be the 20th because it's the 19th through the 21st. So I'm sure you're done hearing me blab for a minute. I'm going to throw on the Be Right Back screen, and we are going to waste a couple minutes to try and see if we can get some more people to get here from other locations, which I don't want to name names, but I love you, Ira, and hopefully you send some people this way. All right, we will be right back with the open mic. See you soon. of course, I talk into a mic that's not on. While I have your attention, Gina, everybody who has not tipped Gina or plans not to tip Gina, which is weird, why you would do that anyway, tip Gina as soon as you can. And while I have your attention, Gina, can I maybe get a garage beer? Please. Thank you. It's so wonderful having the power of the microphone. So I am sorry for the delay. Conversations were being had. People were rolling in. The open mic list has started to fill up a little bit. We currently have 6 people. I have a possible 10. So if anybody, here, just come here. Thank you. Thank you to the wonderful Gina. Everybody, round of applause for Gina. All right, just making sure some people were listening. All right, so we're doing our open mic to start. We're gonna vote at the end, but I must admit the first performer on the open mic this evening is not eligible. He is funny. We should give him some laughter and some applause and a cheers because he probably wants you to buy some alcohol. But he's not eligible because he owns a place, and I'm not going to pay the owner to perform at his own bar. Without further ado, I am going to make this person walk all the way back from the end of the bar. I don't know why he walked away from me. Ivan, kick his butt back this way. All right. Without further ado, the one, the only ineligible for Open Mic Championship tonight, Michael.
My banner. Okay. You know what's funny is I don't get up here because I'm trying to be an open mic comedian. I get up here because it started with Buster. He didn't have anybody else to get up here. And I was like, well, fuck it. I mean, I've been married a long time. I've raised 4 kids. One of them's gay. I got some funny shit. Right, Tone? I'm like, I've been married a long time. I got some funny shit to share. The problem is tonight, like all these young kids came up, did this comedy, and it gave me all these ideas. And then they left. Like they bailed. Right? Because I could have and Buster knows I like to rebut the other comedians, right? With their comedy, because and a lot of it comes down to their age and their perspective on things. So I sometimes like to just rebut their their comedy, and I mean they're not here, so I think tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about the things that I thought I was cool about when I was younger. And that I learned later in life that my daughters and my wife told me was not cool. And honestly, you guys, that's changed over time, right, Tony? I'm thinking that this is for you actually, because I get up here and I like say whatever comes to mind. No, I share whatever comes to mind. I told a guy tonight that comedians are to take things that other people had a bad time in life, a low frequency experience with, and then give them an opportunity to look at it from a higher frequency and laugh at it, right? Because that makes you laugh, higher frequency. Now, at the time, you think it sucks, and it's ass, and it sucks. It's the worst thing ever. But then later, you learn to laugh at it from another perspective. So I told him, I'm like, man, that's one of the things that really drives me for this whole comedy thing, because I think we're doing that. I think some of you guys, not us, I'm trying, right? Give another perspective on something that otherwise would have been bad, to think how funny it is, right? Like, okay, so Bad Drake's Buster Chestnut. Let's go. I'm not doing plugs at the moment, but hey, Emma, I haven't told any jokes about you or Ivan yet. But Ivan, I got jokes. No, you know what? I probably don't even have time. But let me share something a little bit, right? So the things that I've actually been married for about almost 30 years now. and I've raised 4 kids. And there are a lot of things that I thought I was really cool, right? That you learn that you're not cool, that makes you not cool at all. And you're like, well, holy shit, if that's just why you're like, he's liked me and stuff. Like, no. That's not at all. One of them is like, I thought the way I dressed, right? Now, I was mistaken to get out on my own when I was pretty young at 17. And I had my grandmother and my mom supporting me from another state and would always like send me clothes. Yeah, Tony, they would dress me, right? They would. And as a single guy, right? When you're younger, they're like, yeah, they want to encourage you as a single guy. So they start like setting you up with clothes that you can wash on the same cycle and on the same way, right? And you're thinking, I don't even know how to do laundry, man. I get this. I got this. I don't even know, girl, I can cook. They're sending me cookbooks. They sent me cookbooks. I was like, when I was young, I grew up, I'm thinking, and they did all the things to support me to know that I don't need no girl. Like, I can fucking cook, right, Tony? We can cook. I can fucking cook. Yep. I can wash all my shit on cold, right? And, well, see, this is where it comes in, Tony. See? So when we're younger, you know, and your mom's like, and your grandma buying you, you know, saying, hey, this is how you're going to look in corporate America. Everything's going good. Work's going good. The girl thing wasn't going really good, but I didn't know how bad it was going because I thought, I don't need no girl because I can do all my own laundry. I can cook. I can I'm completely self-sufficient. I don't need nothing. I did that. I did not realize this, though, Tony. See, so here's the lesson, you guys. Here's the lesson. So when you're younger, right, you're used to listening to your mom, right? Now, some guys transfer into some chick, and they listen to her instead of their mom, right? No, this all ties together. Eventually in life, you realize somebody's been telling you what to fucking do and what to wear. Because they know that you don't know how to use the goddamn washing machine. Right? So they're like telling you what to wear because you got to wash it all on fucking cold. I'm like, wait. And I'm an engineer. I'm like, what are all these little settings? Don't worry about any of that. You don't even worry about none of that. Put it on this. Boom. Done. And I'm like, boom. For years, I was like, I know what I'm doing. I know how to wash my clothes. I'm living everything. Now I'm 5-10 years go by, I realize I'm looking like a fucking nerd in corporate America and my parents, you know, and I married, so finally like meet some girl that goes, what has your mom and grandmother been doing to you? They've been dressing me, Tony. That's why I look so good now because anyway, I digress. Guys, anybody, any woman in your life that is promoting you to be thinking you that you're awesome, I love them. My mother, my grandmother did that for me. But someday you're going to find out that they were lying to you. And you're going to realize, wait, I thought I was awesome. It's all perspective, Tony. That's it. So enjoy every relationship you have because they're going to give you a perspective of you that you might not appreciate, but you need to take it in. And I don't even know where this even time came from, but I got the flashy thing and I'm done. Oh, you know what, you guys? Lizard-Palooza, June 19th through June 21st. This year, comedy sponsored by Bailey Digital Media with comedians. Let me hand. Oh, Gallows Entertainment, but everybody already knows that. But this is the first year, though, that we're having some really good leaning into the comedy that's going to tie in all of this music and these interviews. Studio Photo 7 and Stevie K is going to be doing interviews of all the artists in between each one. Make sure you guys make it. Be here. It'll be really, really crowded, or watch the live stream.
I will do this one thing only for Ivan. Just only one time. Just one time only. Ivan. I know, that's fine. Ivan, are you awake? This is for you, my friend. Wow, you guys. I don't know where. See, My hair's good. And you notice how my locks come down out of nowhere, right? Ivan, you know, right? Okay. Well, good. Our next contestant will be Buster Chesternuts.
I don't know if he wants his name disclosed, but thank you, Tony. All right. So we're going to keep things moving. We're going to be a little fluid with the time tonight because, you know, we're filling up space. We have some room for people to sign up, but, you know, need to give a little more time for them to get here. So I'm going to give our next guest, who did come in second place last week. So just fair, full disclosure, he's bringing heat because number 2 is never good when you're competing. So let's welcome to the stage for hopefully a number 1, not a number 2 tonight. Put your hands together for Sam Gibbs.
Number 2 is good sometimes when you're constipated. It is good. Give it up for Michael. Give it up for Michael, and then the great Arnold Schwarzenegger impression after that. That was great. It was awesome. You know, I'm an EMT, and I had to rescue a lady. She got pinned down by her grandfather clock. Should be happy I said clock at the end of that. But it was daylight savings time. She was changing all the time on her clocks, and grandfather clock fell on top of her. We need to get rid of daylight savings time, guys. Like, it's time. It's already fucking up my sleep. Now it's trying to kill the elderly. Like, that's fucked up. My girlfriend went to France. I told her, I was like, do not get kidnapped. Do not get kidnapped, because I am not Liam Neeson. That taken phone call would go completely different. It would be more like, I don't know who you are. I won't be able to find out. If you need money, I can ask around. What I do have is a tremendous ability to move on from this. I have a very good ability to move on from this kidnapping, find a new girlfriend. I tricked my girlfriend into watching the NHL playoffs. It wasn't hard. I just had to tell her that 2 of the players might kiss. Every time they start grabbing each other, she gets all excited. She's like, ooh. And then they start fighting. She just gets like the female equivalent of blue balls. I don't know what that would be. Blue bean? Does that work? There's actually a Project Blue Beam, but I'm not going to talk about that. Yeah. Just been trying to work out and work on my traps. I really want, like, you know, have no neck. That's what I really want. So I started doing shrugs, and I'm like, I feel like this is just the ego lifter's lift. My friend told me to do drag curls for my traps. Drag curls. I'm like, he didn't even tell me what kind of dress to wear while I'm doing them. Didn't tell me what kind of dress to wear at all. Drag curl, like lifting weights in drag is still less gay than bodybuilding. Like, let's be honest. It's very much less gay than bodybuilding. Very similar. You're wearing less clothes actually in bodybuilding, which is, you know, I spilled coffee in my car. Isn't that bad though, because everything smells like coffee. It's much better than when I spilled diarrhea. You know, it just makes everything smell like Jimmy Haslam. Browns jokes, guys. You know, I'm a Browns fan, and I think, like, I have an alcoholic father too. I think they're linked. Because every time I think my dad's going to get it together, he just finds a way to fuck it up. Yeah, the Browns, they're really good at fucking it up. Traded Myles Garrett. That's great. Awesome. My dad was trying to defend that decision too, and it's like there's reasons why I don't talk to you, you know? Like, and this is one of them. It's terrible opinions. I was watching baseball, and, like, you know, they identify the pitches now. I don't know how to identify the pitches. It's like that. How did you know that was a sweeper? What I realize is that like a curveball, it goes straight and then bend, like it goes down, curves down at the end. I was like, some guys have dicks like that. They go straight and then they curve down. My dick's like a slider. It's small and smells like onions. Yeah, small dick joke. Yeah, it was kind of funny. That's what I'm aiming for. Just kind of humorous. That's what I'm aiming for. Okay. You know, I don't do well with compliments. Compliments make me as uncomfortable as when someone's telling me how much Blink-182's music means to them. A lot of Blink-182 fans here. Okay. Or like when someone's a real fan of Five Finger Death Punch. That guy likes Five Finger Death Punch. It's like, did you take me for a fool? How's it feel to be a tool? Doesn't this music make you want to kill someone? Yeah, you for playing it for me. The guy who wrote it. And kind of myself, just a little bit, for having to listen to it. What else I got? My girlfriend and I were talking about mass shooters. We were profiling them. Trying to figure out. And she said, you know, mass shooters aren't typically the guys that are known to light up a room. I'm like, no, that's actually exactly what they're known for, is lighting up a room. Lighting up a room, guys. Mass shooting jokes here at Leaping Lizard. Yeah, you might. Let's get off the tough subjects. I want to make a rap group called World Trade Center. Just so people will be like, oh shit, the new World Trade Center just dropped. Hell yeah. Just to get them to say that. You know, if Andy Griffith responded to 9/11, Barney Fife would have become Barney Rubble. Hell yeah, Barney Rubble, guys. Old TV references. Someone had TV Land. I was trying to nap in my bed. I realized I can't nap in my bed. I was wondering why. I'm like, my bed's just where I sleep. Why can't I nap in it? And I realized napping is taboo sleep. It's sleep you're not supposed to be doing. Napping in your bed is like having a glory hole in your bathroom. There's no recidivism to it, you know? It's just, who's that? It's the dog. I don't get blown by my dog. I just want to let you guys know that. I just want to disclose. I don't. You know, that's what someone would deny that if they were getting blown by their dog. You know, just a lot of things seem better in. Yeah, just all, or cream cheese. Cream cheese works too. Whatever the dog likes. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm a good dog owner. A lot of stuff seems better in porn than in real life. Like anal. A lot better in porn than in real life. Never goes that smoothly. Also threesomes. Never goes smoothly. Threesomes in porn, awesome. Threesomes in real life, just awkward. And I also don't get, like, there's a lot of guys that have fantasies of fucking a set of twins. I don't get that. I don't get that fantasy at all. Why would I? You know who I don't want to have sex with right after I have sex with a girl? A girl who looks just like the girl I just had sex with. I don't see the appeal. Plus, I mean, the whole incest thing, that's kind of the other part of it, but I think I got the light, but I'm going to do one more. Over 50% of marriages in America end in divorce. And over 90% of marriages on Netflix end in homicide. I'm starting to think that I need to start killing people to get a Netflix show. I mean, quit doing comedy, start killing people. That's how you get a Netflix show. Dahmer, Geen. Those guys are more like hoarders, though. Like they were serial killers, but they're also like really bad hoarders, which would make a really good hoarders episode. Just like, okay, Ed, tell me your anxiety level on a scale of 1 to 10 when I throw away your mom's face. And And on that note, I'm going to give it to Buster Chestnut.
Sorry you got tangled up in my love, which is the microphone, if you haven't noticed. I do like to talk. I apologize. Okay, so we have a few more people that signed up. Thank you to the audience here at Leapin' Lizard. You can always come back next week. It is a little bit of a different format change. We are going to feature our 4 winners of the weekly Road to Lizard-Palooza winners. And then we're going to have our 3 comedian showcase. And then I'll probably do the podcast at the end next week, just for fun. See what happens. All right. So next up, I am going to... Do you need help setting up? No. All right. Well, I will introduce the ever wonderful, ever creative... Don't let her lie to you and say she's not funny, because she has some stories, and I think you'll enjoy the next few minutes. So please put your hands together for the wonderful, amazing Beth.
I'm wearing a different kind of jersey. I like it. You got matching shoes. Man, I think it sucks when a guy wears better shoes than you do. It really does. I'm Elizabeth. Hi. A lot of people here. Yeah. My motto's audience of one. So you know I'm talking to you. Right? All right. I'm a little jack of all trades and a master of none. And I'm a bull in a china shop. I like to display things because I understand there's different types of learners. Comedy is subjective. And it seems like we can talk about anything, right? Yeah. Make it funny. Yeah. Agreed. I won't talk about penises because I don't have one, but I do know a few dicks and a couple pricks. So I'm waiting to get back from Howie on what his definition of prick is, because I'm still trying to learn. I'm supposed to tell you my story about my life, and that's the joke. You get it? Okay. So, yeah. Hey, can somebody bring me my water bottle? So I'm trying to be uplifting and non-explicit. So if I want to use an explicit, I'm going to say giggly wiggly. Giggly wiggly, okay? That's our word. Giggly wiggly. I'm an inventor too. I like to solve problems. Comedians solve problems, don't they? Yeah, we do. We do. We do. Yeah. You'll know where I come from. This is called the ball sack chip clip. Yeah. Visual aid. It's non-evasive. Non-evasive. Interactive. Saves lives. Stops hate. It's a problem solver. It's interactive. It can be jewelry. Everybody likes togetherness, right? Yeah. Stop and hate. So every time I have a giggly wiggly, I want to squirt my sign, okay? So I got a lot of giggly wigglies. I'm supposed to mention this lady, Yvette from Puerto Rico. Hallelujah, Puerto Rico people are cool, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever seen their cemeteries? They really honor their dead. I really respect that. I do. I do. They do. They do. Don't we all? So I was at the park today, and I was listening to some of the comedians before me, and I was thinking to myself, what can I talk about? That would be funny. So this guy, I go to paint. These are my paintings. I call that my holy of holies. I go to that when I have problems. So that's why I invented the ball sack chip clip. Okay, but I'm childless. Okay, so I can never be accused of trapping a man. I promise. So this guy, he's sitting next to me for a minute, and then he gets out of his car. He's just standing there, and he's like wrapped in cellophane. His stuff is like ding, and I'm like, holy bejesus, what am I supposed to do? Giggly wiggly here, like what do I do? And it like took me back. I'm like, what's in it? This is the third time I seen this dude. The third time he's done this, so it's on my mind, and it brought me back to that lady at the red carpet. You guys see any of the red carpet people, the dresses and stuff? So I'm a bull in a china shop, right? I broke my leg, fell at work. If I was a horse, they would have put me down. I did a trifecta. But anyway, I've seen this guy 3 times, and I was thinking about that lady on the red carpet with the tassels. I'm like, oh my God, I have to be 10 feet behind her. And even then I would fly into her and use her as like the bathroom curtain. And those tassels would have a real problem. And I'd like, oh my God, I'm like having PTSD thinking about this guy and the tassel lady and all this stuff. And then I listen to the comedians, and it's like, how do I do this? So I'm trying to put a new flavor on disgraced, right? It's this, man. It's Q. Whatever goes, right? Whatever flavor you are, well, right. Different strokes for different folks. So I can use the disgraced, and I'd like to live in the graced part, and we can all mine together, right? We're going to mine this together. The first thing I would do would be blow up Mount Rushmore and collect all the gold behind the faces. And then what else would I do? Ball sack chip clip still on table. Yeah. I'm telling you, ball sack chip clip's where it's at. It is. It'll neutralize hate. It will, moving forward, because we're living in the graced part, right? And we're mining good things, right? I love people. They're lovable, they're enjoyable, and they're disgraceful sometimes, So don't judge me when I'm that person to you, because I will giggly wiggly it sometimes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Leaping lizards.
All right. Thank you again. Everybody put your hands together for Beth. And she does have some great artwork, by the way. I can't afford it, but I'm sure you can. All right, so we're going to keep things going with the next person. Nope, not yet. Oh, you can, yeah. I'm not going to deny anybody the restroom. Use the bidet if you need to. Bidet all day. But we're going to bring... from the back of the bar. Yeah, we're going to bring up our next comedian, and I'm just going to stay close because I'm not sure how long he's going to go, but he's going to give me a sign, and it's always a sign when Ivan the mediocre comes to the mic.
Ivan the mediocre. That's my moniker. So I used to think about doing stand-up like a little more full-time, but I'm an outgoing person, but when I get in front of a crowd, I kind of like, shrivel up, ha ha ha. And I told my little sister, I was like, I just don't know if I have that much material, And she was like, dude, you got homeschooled, you got adopted, you got black. And I was like, that's a lit. And then I was like, wait, was that a diss? I was like, wait a second. But the homeschool thing is real. I try not to make that my whole personality, but I think homeschooled and autism have like a really close relationship. Oh yeah, I get mad. I get mad petty. Like there was one time, so that yellow Jeep I got, right? So thankfully I'm on good terms with my ex. She bought I when I broke up with her, I left her both cool cars, Honda Civic Si and the Jeep Wrangler. Yeah, no payments. We paid them bitches off. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? So she bought a Benz, and I told her, you better get me one of them bitches back. I need either the Jeep or the Civic. Give me one of them back, So I'm driving the Jeep down the road. I had a speed bump in a parking lot, right? I cut through this parking lot on the way to work every day. It's a parking lot. This couple was walking their dog. I cut through the parking lot. The Jeep makes a little rattle. They jump backwards. I got the top down, the doors off. This lady goes, just so you know, this is a parking lot. I drive to work. I'm stewing the whole time. I'm like, what could I have even said? Dude, I thought about this for weeks, for months. I'm just sitting there. Well, I know it's a parking lot. That's why a car is driving through, not fucking dogs walking. Like, you're not in a dog. Dude, I was tore up about this for so long, man. So fast forward. Well, I wouldn't have. So I'm driving my car that I got left with when we broke up. I see this couple walking through the parking lot, I rolled the window down. It was a Volkswagen Jetta. Man. I rolled the window down. I was like, hey, guys, just so you know, this is a parking lot. And I sped away. And I was like, I hope it's them. The only reason I knew it was them is because the boyfriend, shook his fist like a 1920s cartoon. And I was like, yes, I got your vindication. And that really meant, so I was like, I think homeschooled and the tism got a little, Another reason, I've never been that, that smooth with the ladies, So this is fresh out of college. See, in college, it's either going to come to you or not. So in college, same way. It either came to me or not, So afterwards, I was in there, stayed the night with this girl. She was like, you know what? If you want, you can take your pants off if you want. And so I did. And I was like, oh, wow, this is way more comfortable. This feels amazing. Well, good night. And I rolled around and just went to sleep. So I don't know. That's so cute. So I think my sister's right. I got homeschooled. I got adopted. We'll see what happens. All right. He was hesitant to come up, but we love Ivan here at the Leaping Lizard. Everybody keep it going for Ivan. Okay, we are going to keep it going. I practiced this name, but hopefully I don't screw it up. I probably will. I'm known for screwing up names. I'm sorry. All right. Our next open mic performer is a newbie to Phygital Nights, so bear with me. His name is Kaizen Roger. Welcome him to the stage.
How y'all doing tonight? Keep it good for your host one time. One time. Hey, keep it going for the bartenders working for you guys tonight, making sure y'all go ahead and get all fucked up with us tonight. I look like I'm about to spit some technology. Somebody said I look like a Temu Fred Durst. Or like a Temu Logic. Period. I've been going out to like karaoke and you'll hear girls will just start yelling that for other girls. They'll just start yelling, period. Guys can't do that. Like guys can't go out and just start yelling, ejaculate. A little bit of pee when I laugh too hard sometimes. I've done things, you guys, that the algorithm can't recommend. Actually, I'm pro women, so that's why I'm very anti Star Wars recently. Star Wars is all about the Force, and personally, I'm more of a consent guy. When I say I'm pro women, I don't actually support women in any kind of way. I'm just saying that's the level of difficulty that I'm playing on at this point. Like Madden or 2K. Like, I'm talking about, like, I got a married woman pregnant and got her to have an abortion behind her husband's back level pro. I said pro. I didn't say good person. I know EA actually was going to try to patch that shit out, but real life, not so much. Like, I don't even know what level I'm playing on when people talk about there's levels to this shit, because the game that I'm trying to play on is one that is called Call of Duty, and I'm trying to avoid a first-person shooter, aka a cuck hunt. So, personally, I can't judge women. I've licked way too many of their buttholes, too. The only thing about women anymore that I judge is their credit score, because I'm trying to see what kind of car I can get in their name. So today's Tuesday, right, you guys? Monday I was getting my dick sucked. There's some things, you guys, I've noticed in my time in life that sound a lot better in your head than in reality. One of those things is getting your dick sucked while you're driving. When you're trying to merge and you're trying to splurge at the same time, it doesn't always work. When you're trying to accelerate, you can't always ejaculate. When you're trying to change lanes while she's working the main vein, you're going to have issues, is what I'm saying, you guys. So this ended up in a tragedy. I was getting my dick sucked and I missed my exit. I had to slam on the brakes. My girlfriend hit her head on the dash. It's so bad, you guys. I was trying to get the bus in and she got a concussion. I was trying to set my pee-pee free and she got CTE. I love the delay on the camera. That shit rules. But luckily, you guys, that night I still did fuck because I'm such a good manipulator. She was trying the nightlight and I just had to gaslight. So actually, I've had a lot of jobs. Actually, I used to be the first autonomous drone pilot in Ohio. I was also the first autonomous drone pilot in Ohio to crash a $30,000 drone into a cell phone tower. History is history, is what I'm saying. Like, that's one record that's unbeaten. So, one little thing about me, I have a kid. I have a kid at home. I have a mixed kid with a black woman. He's albino, so he gets all the white privilege. He confuses racist on both sides. So he's super efficient, very fuel efficient. This guy helped us pick up a MILF the other day when we were at the park. Like, she came up to us, invited us to a hot tub party, which is fucking sweet. Like, his mom gets child support and I get hot tub invitations. Works out. So, you guys ever realize something? I was doing some spring cleaning the other day and I realized I had an epiphany. And the epiphany was that I was a sex addict. And I realized that when I was looking up and I saw my own cum on the ceiling fan. Like, you guys know, like, drug addicts have to cover their track marks, like when they go to their Waffle House interview. If I had to cover my track marks, I have to use a squeegee to cover the fan blade. When junkies look down at their addictions, that's what they're looking at. I have to look up my addictions. The difference between me and these junkies is about 8 feet of vertical distance. So one thing about junkies, though, is they don't have heroin ads shoved in their ads 24/7. Like, I get a fat ass in my eyes, and I have to sway it away like a horsetail, swatting away flies. Heroin doesn't have Instagram yet, is what I'm saying, guys. There's a business opportunity. So the last thing about me, and I'll get out of here, you guys. I used to be a strip club promoter in Las Vegas. So I would walk up and down the Las Vegas Strip, and I would get people to go to the strip clubs. One way that I would do that is I would walk up and I would say, come on down to the strip club, you guys. Couples that stay together, play together. Hey, you guys want to go to a strip club tonight, guys? Let's fuck up those glasses with titties and asses. Come on down to a strip club, guys. Put something weird on that beard, sir. Let's finger bomb a single mom. Let's finger blast a stripper's ass, you guys. Come on down to the strip club. It was like the worst Dr. Seuss book that you've ever heard. Like, instead of red fish, blue fish, it was red bone nude bitch. Like, instead of green eggs and ham, it was green discharge from Pam. And with that one, I'll say thanks, you guys. You've been awesome. Let's give it up for your host, Buster Chestnut.
All right, keep it going for Kaizen Roger. Kaizen is eligible, so if you're watching online and you want to vote for Kaizen, please, hit the little poll, whatever, and make your vote be known. So, there's a lot of confusion there, but I do have the eligible people up in a poll online right now, and I'll go through that, who's eligible at the end of the night when we go to vote at the, physical vote. But I'm into social media. So yes, I'm into social media. So the online vote might carry a little more weight. Just saying, at least tonight. Let's play a little. I was going to say play a little fun, but that didn't make any fucking sense. All right. So we're going to keep it going because we don't need to hear me talking anymore. And let's put our hands together for a couple minutes from Caleb Burgett.
Hey. How we doing? We getting fucked up tonight or what, dude? It's God. Yeah. Don't tell the cops. Are you a cop? Buster Chestnut's undercover. He's Buster cover. Yeah. Busted his cover. Busted a nut on his cover. Cool, man. I like this bar. It's good. Spite. Well, I like it, but I just don't like your merch on the side of the book. I'm just kidding. It's cool. It's cool. No, sometimes I just shit on people to make myself laugh. It's like cool. Yeah. We're all about honesty here. All right. Anybody Muslim here tonight? Anybody? No? What happened to diversity in this country? What the fuck? God. He's probably a pilot. He's probably somewhere else. That's cool, man. For those that don't know me, my first friend was my grandfather. He was cool, we used to play basketball like every day till he got sick and died or something. So that was interesting. But he's upstairs with Jesus now, just chilling. But my grandpa could play some ball though. Like for a guy that had 5 types of cancer, like he was really good. Like he was like, I don't understand like why, but now he's upstairs. Jesus handled that cross, but I wonder if he can handle my grandpa's cross. All right, cool. I'm seeing head nods. It's not a political debate, like yes, factual. That's cool. Appreciate it. Let's see here. What's that? Nah, not really. Nah, I don't. Fuck bitches, make money. No, I really just work out. And this. Yeah. Say what? I just kind of lift weights every now and then. I live with my parents. I don't need a gym. let's be honest. White privilege. Let's go. No, I just yeah. So I feel like this is an interview. You just started asking questions, but appreciate it. No, I think no, you're doing. Yeah, I'm good. You're good. No, you're good. I'm just chilling, man. Oh, okay. So yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. So yeah, no, my grandpa's cool. My grandma is interesting. I love her. She's the best. But it's awkward sometimes, we watch basketball and and like I'm having a good time, I'm just rooting for the Cavs or whatever, and but she only sees one white guy on the court and she has something to bitch about now, and I'm like, God damn it. Like she's like, oh, I wish there were more of them out there, they're more intelligent. I'm like, Grandma, do you want to win or not? Like shut the fuck up. Like, Jesus Christ. We're not getting these guys from Dublin, like we're going to Chicago. You guys ever seen the First 48? Like any city that they shoot from, that's where they get the best athletes. Oh, no. Hey. Trying to fucking turn me on. Trying to fuck, Buster? Jesus Christ, dude. Embarrassing me, making me blush. It's cool. I like music, man. It's fun. Anybody watch the Michael Jackson movie? Anybody? No? Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I understand. It's good. It's my favorite thing to beat it to now. It's Thanks. As like I know it gets a lot of criticism, but did the kid sleep over or did he just beat it? Like just was he home alone with Macaulay Culkin? All right, it's human nature, baby. Why? Oh, why? What'd you say? BYT. Oh, PYT. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, my age is really showing. I don't know every Michael Jackson song. So Billie Jean, Beat It, Thriller, fucking all that shit. Back when he was black. He was. You know what? Can we all agree that he made better music when he was black? Or okay, cool. All right. Yeah, white Michael. We saw some white guy named Michael Jackson. He fucking sucks. Like, what the hell? Yeah, he looks like an Asian lady now. Like, anybody? Oh man. Oh man. He's a thriller, man. R.I.P. Yeah, he's fucking. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, okay. I thought I turned the mic off and blew something up or something. I just started selling coat hangers outside of abortion clinics. Anybody in the market for reusable cheap coat hangers? Yep. Cool. Yeah. No, I mean it's summer heat's here. People get to pull out, and they don't tell their families. So that they tell me though. It's cool. Be a little confidant. Let's see here. God damn it. I don't want to rush into 9/11 jokes. I just want to fly right into them. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that they were like, oh, like the first one struck and they were like, oh, it must have been an accident. And like, yeah, the guy just got high and flew a plane. Like, wouldn't he fly better if he was fucked up? Like, yeah, he'd be like, oh, I'm about to lose my fucking job. Delta's on my ass. I'm gonna get drunk before this. Fucking stressed out, like, and that's great. I been dating a little bit. Not too much, but a little. They say girls date guys that remind them of their dad. Well, I can't wait to hit your mom and abandon you. This is going to be awesome. This is great. Yeah. I just started watching. I love watching serial killer shows. Those are really fun. Yeah, those are great. I can't wait till they make mine. Fucking watch out. Anybody want to star in it, actually? Or get played in it? Or I'll have like Sydney Sweeney play some. But it's in the works. It's in the works. Let me think. I should say this. I mean nothing what I say. I mean absolutely nothing what I say. These are all jokes. These are all fun. As a black woman, I am not here to cause trouble. I just want to, just want to have a good time. All right, cool. Got frog in my throat. Dick in my throat. Yeah, name. See. I have an interesting relationship with my dad. There's one time we were. He took me to take your kids to school day or whatever at work, and right after that we went to baseball practice, and we were running late. So he's like, "All right, get in the car," and he's talking to me about baseball while driving a car and changing his clothes. So just like imagine you're trying to, just play shortstop, and your dad's like, "All right," he's like hitting the brakes and changing shorts and shirts. I'm like, whoa, like I was amazed at 8. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, did they teach you that? And he was like, nah, you will never do that. Like, you don't ever do what I just did. Like acting like what he did was like a horrible mistake. I was just like, all right, geez, I didn't know what you learned in driving school. Did you go to Harvard, NASA driving school or something? Did you learn to fly spaceships and shit? That's great. I understand people care about homeless people, but no one cares about homeless people more than I do. Guys, if I see one, I'll, be a therapist for 5 minutes or whatever, but after that I'm done, I'm checked out. But a homeless woman, all she needs is a shower, like she's not gonna be homeless tonight is what I'm saying. It's a good time, I mean, you gotta help these homeless women, man. If you see a hot homeless lady under a bridge, ask her out, be polite, feed that bitch. What the hell? Like, goddamn, God, you gotta feed these hot homeless bitches, I think that's give me 1 second. Oh shit. What's up, guys? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to hit it. No, you're good. Just chilling. Yeah, you have sex with whoever you want to out there. I don't care. Sick. All right. All right. There you're good. So a little bit, I guess a little bit more about me. So I'm from my name is Caleb, by the way. I don't know if I covered that. Just a man with no name. I'm from Asheville, Ohio, and I got a show coming up on Friday, July 3rd. If you guys find yourself in Asheville, it's a good place to. It's a good place for the truckers to take a break, if you know what I mean. But no, yeah. Friday, July 3rd. Follow me on Facebook, Caleb Burgett, Burgatti Comedy on what is it? YouTube and TikTok. All these fucking social media platforms. But yeah, it's crazy. But no, yeah, come check it out. Burgatti Comedy. It's Bugatti with an R. Comedy. Like what you saw right now. But but I'm gonna give it back to your host, who's gonna bust. 'Cause his name is Buster Chestnut. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, everybody, keep it going for Caleb Burgett. And if you're watching online, remember to vote for Caleb Burgett, because I announced it in the chat, but I didn't announce it here. The online vote is actually weighted 2-1. So if you vote online, that might be a better chance of winning tonight, because we have about 20 people in the bar right now. So, that might be extra weight. We're all tipping Gina. And if you're not tipping Gina, you're part of the problem. We are going to bring up our next open mic performer. He's not going to be eligible for the open mic competition, unfortunately, because he is part of the duo that is hosting the Saturday of Lizard-Palooza. So you will see more of him on June 20th. So make sure you come back, or, come enjoy the food, come enjoy the drinks, come enjoy the comedy, come enjoy the bands on June 20th. So without further ado, I'm going to bring the man, the myth, the legend, Josh Albert.
What's up, motherfuckers? Make some noise for Buster. Come on. Yeah. All right, we're going to pay attention. We're going to fucking, I know you're trying to hit on the young new bartender that I'm sure you just hired and are trying to make friends with. It's fine. Your wife's playing video games, whatever she's doing. You're still doing your thing. That's good. I don't think he does cocaine, but he gives me cocaine vibes. That's all right, though. Am I head on with that? Is that the new bartender he's talking to that they just hired? Yeah? Am I right? No? Who is it? Just some hot girl? It's weird. I don't know. Patrons. All right. Well, they're having a good conversation then. Isn't that right, Michael? Michael, did you go up tonight, brother? Yeah, whistling. All right, you're at whistling stage. All right. Not even speaking words anymore. Yeah, what? No, I get it. I hear you. I hear you. Fuck yeah. What'd you do tonight? You do some new jokes? He told a story. Okay. I love your honesty. That's good. That's good. Yeah, it wasn't funny. He said some words, though. Yeah. That's all right. Did you go up tonight? What the fuck? Why? He crushed it. You crushed it so hard you didn't let anyone else do it? Do you want to do comedy with me in a minute? Okay, can I do 3 jokes? Because I have to do a show tomorrow night and I need to get a little refresher in my dumb brain, okay? So I'm going to do 3 jokes and we're going to do some minutes together, okay? I do a show on Tuesdays. I just did it. When me and another person go up and we do crowd work together. It's fun. We'll do that. We'll make fun of some people's dicks. We'll make fun of Buster's fucking tattoos. We'll fucking, you would be a guy with an State of Ohio tattoo on your shoulder. That's good. Don't worry. I have a Packers tattoo on my calf, so I'm just as gay. But anyways, just got to say these words. Growing up, my mom and dad would put me on diets as a kid. You guys ever get put on a diet, brother? Yeah, dude, my parents, the worst, they put me on the Atkins diet. The Atkins diet's a low-carb diet. There is nothing sadder than seeing a chubby 8-year-old restricted to the salad bar at a CC's Pizza buffet. Dude, I'd sit there watching the rest of my team enjoy endless pizza. That is the fat 8-year-old equivalent of having somebody fuck your wife in front of you. And it's CC's, so it's not passionate lovemaking. No, it's a sloppy trucker gangbang that nobody feels good about after. And I'd be pissed, dude. I'm like, fucking mom, Tyler struck out 3 times today. Why does Tyler get pizza? She's like, well, Tyler can tie his cleats without seeing spots. Now pick the croutons off. Croutons are a carb, Mike. Yep, whistle at that, brother. Fuck yeah. I feel like you're just whistling at my breasts, dude. I'm feeling objectified. But you a documentary guy, Michael? You seem smart. Are you an engineer? Okay, we think we talked about that. I'm just pulling that from my brain. But I watched a documentary actually about an engineer from the early 2000s, and he fell off a building and he became paralyzed from the neck down, and he was stuck in one of those wheelchairs. And it was fucked. He couldn't work. He was all depressed and shit. But his best friend was also an engineer, and he invented all these contraptions so the dude could like draw with his mouth and like go through blueprints and still like get around the job site in his like adaptable wheelchair. I was like, that is sick. But it made me think, listen, I do construction. And if I fall and become paralyzed doing construction and my best friend invented something to make me still have to do construction, I will hire someone to kill his fucking family. I hate construction. You know, I love doing painkillers and drooling on myself. And I just hit the fucking jackpot. Now you're going to make me dig holes with my brain? All right, last one I got to do there. All right. I started doing drugs young. Anyone else like drugs? You like drugs, Sam? All right, Buster, we know you like drugs. Michael, of course, you have small rimmed glasses. I know you've done drugs. No problem, brother. I like you. Are you a hippie? Fuck yeah, dog. You like fish? No. I meant the band Fish. Okay. You like the Dead? Okay, I got a Grateful Dead tattoo on my calf, dude. You're not like that? I don't know if I am either. I got it when I was like 27. I was doing a lot of acid at the time. But it's pretty sick. Yeah, I like the Dead. I love the Dead. But fuck yeah, I go see Fish a lot. Because Jerry died before I was born, so, you know. Yeah. That's flashbacks, brother. That's flashbacks. All right, my last joke. Then I'm going to do some comedy. I'm not going to do your wife and do comedy with your wife. But unless, you know, all right. How much you paying? All right. I got the summer off. So I did start doing drugs young. When was the first time you did drugs, Mike? Right. Okay. But you smoke now. Yeah. Okay. Wax? Oh, me too, brother. Fuck yeah. Dabs rule. All right. Michael, yeah. Fuck yeah. But anyways, I started doing drugs young. I had a coke problem in my 20s. And the cocaine really, you can't be fat 30 and still do cocaine. It's in a medical journal somewhere. I think Harvard. I don't know. But it's a rich kid drug. But I did. Most people hate the way they look when they're like fucked up on drugs, though. Brother, I looked incredible. It was the first time I've ever had a jawline. Dude, I could fuck after dinner. Now I'm bloated, I'm fat, I have indigestion. You ever try going down on someone with hot burps? You're down there like... She's like, are you gagging? I'm like, no, the tour of Italy was a bad choice. Shout out Olive Garden. They're really slacking, though. I went there recently. They were fucking bullshit, dude. Olive Garden kind of sucks ass now. I don't know. Maybe I'm just got a matured palate. But anyways, I got to finish this joke. So I was talking about, he was like, you still drink coffee? I was like, yeah, I still drink coffee. He's like, you know, coffee's actually way worse for you than cocaine. Which is something only a complete fucking cokehead would say. And I was like, I don't know what Reddit page you read this on, dog, but what I do know is a stripper's never robbed me for the rest of my mocha latte. Both have made me shit my pants on multiple occasions, but all right, you guys are high-fiving. You said you haven't done cocaine, but you seem like you relate to it. All right, come on, let's get up here. Let's do some comedy together. Come on, we're going to do some things. We got new company at the bar, an interracial couple, I assume. Is that good, interracial? You don't see race? Oh, I thought you were saying. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay. He's just laughing because maybe I might have been a stereotype going through college.
What's your stereotype? Doing a lot of drugs. Oh, were you? Nice. Well, good for you. Okay, all right. Well, I'll let you go do your thing real quick.
No. Okay. Oh, come on, let's do it.
All right. What made you kill it so hard last time? What joke did you tell?
God, it was a story. Okay, I did a whole bit about fucked up laws and the laws across the United States where it's like it's nonsensical anymore. It's not applicable to today.
Like no walking your cow on Sundays.
Yeah, or you can't walk down.
Or like you can't do crystal meth with your mom.
You can't go down
things like that. You can't fuck your own sit. No, I'm just kidding. Jesus. All right. We're getting crazy. I'm sorry, guys. New people at the bar. That's crazy. Why is that?
I don't know.
Women can vote. Crazy shit. Yeah. Wow. You can't buy cornflakes on Sunday?
I guess there's a big.
What, it's just to buy my cornflakes on Monday like a fucking Mormon?
Maybe it's to prevent the cornflake riots.
All right. Hey, what's up, people? How are you doing? Good. Did you know that there was going to be stand-up comedy in here tonight? Oh, did you? Okay, word. All right, nice. You came in here for this? That's crazy. But all right, nice. Hell yeah. Good for you guys. Do I? Oh, you know him. Okay, good. What's your name, guy at the bar? Yeah. New guy. What's your name? Drew. All right, Drew. What's your deal, man? What do you do for a living? Me too. All right, cool. I love restaurant guy. You kitchen? Well, okay, so you're back of the house guy. Yeah. No, I know that beard's not a front of the house guy. Is this a classic front of the house, back of the house relationship thing right here? Are you a server? No. What do you do for a living?
Hostess.
She's a hostess? You sell weed. Oh, good for you. Fuck yeah. What dispensary? Or old school? Old school, like slinging it out of your fucking neon, like Saturn, or what do you fucking?
Anyway, we'll go along with that.
Chill out, lady. We're at Leaping Lizards. I don't think there's a cop here tonight.
Yeah,
dude.
but this is
hey,
only
bald guy in the
internet,
back. Are you a cop? All right, fuck you. All right, we're fine. We're playing
All
around.
right,
I'm just kidding.
we're good.
Not really. You look like you can beat me up, so I don't know if I'm gonna say that. What'd you say? What does? Wendy's? I don't know. All right, I'm not going to play this game.
Oh, my
We're
daughter works
supposed
at
to be
Wendy's.
funny. We're going to play
And
Guess
so
the Hot Chick's Job. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to call your girlfriend hot. I guess I did.
She's
Sorry.
a hot chick.
All right, she is. But
She's
yeah,
a totally
when
hot
up here, I feel like I can say whatever I want, brother. Let me tell you, I wouldn't look her in the eyes if I was sitting next to her at the bar. But up here, I feel like I can say whatever, and I feel like you just got to shut up. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm sorry. That's not real life, but no joke. I've been rushed twice on stage, both of them at this place. Yeah. I've been rushed on stage twice here. Crazy. A guy was bashing his head into the brick wall outside after. Very crazy. But that was unfortunate.
And Sharon was trying to get you cocked that way.
Then there was that little wiglet that was fucking hanging out. What was she followed me to my car? That's a real funny thing I said. Wiglet's very funny. She was a little white girl that wanted to be black and she was fat. So that was like the thing I called her. But she followed me to my car and wanted to fight me. And then a mentally disabled guy charged me and that but both those times been here. So this is a good show, I think. Do you guys go see stand-up shows frequently? First stand-up show ever. All right, good. Well, good. Give it up for fucking Buster for fucking breaking your guys' stand. Do you watch Kill Tony? Okay, I didn't know. You seemed like a Kill Tony guy. I don't know. You have a ball cap on. You're a white guy, I think. I don't know. Yeah, are you a white guy? They are a dime a dozen. Are you a white guy though? Okay. All right. No problem, brother. I was going to call you at the end. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for laughing, black girl. So this is the funny thought I had. Can I say a funny thought I had?
Of course.
You're still smiling. This is a funny thought I had. So I forgot that we're doing comedy together. I get greedy. Sorry. Get up here with me. You gotta pipe in on this. We're doing it together. So hey, listen. Before you come here on Tuesdays, I'm a regular at a comedy club on the East Side, and we do a 2-for-1 crowd work show. It's free to customers, drink specials, and me and another person do crowd work every Tuesday there. It's a fun show. It's a lot of fun. It's a good comedy club. Then you can come up here and hang out with Buster. It's a good Tuesday. Anyways, good. So this thought I had. Have you heard it's Pride Month, right? The gay pride's going on. And I'm downtown a lot, so I'm hit with it quite a bit. And it's good. It's good stuff. Unless you guys say differently, then I'm down with that. But
karaoke here, by the way.
So what's that?
We're doing Pride karaoke.
Oh, very good. Anyways, this joke's gonna. All right. So Pride. Good. I'm glad you're doing that. So I heard from a couple of my gay friends that the F word is the same as the N word to them, which I think is fucking insane.
Which F word are you?
Fag. Fag is the same as the N word.
Oh, I thought you were
one I'm
talking
willing to
about
say
fag.
on microphone right now. The other one I wait till I get in my car. You know what I'm saying? But that is crazy because a black guy can't just stop being black, but they can just stop doing the voice at any time. You know what I mean? They don't have to be gay. Sorry, they don't have to do the voice. That was a thought I had. I don't know if it's a good joke yet or not, but that was just a thought that I was going to run past you guys.
That's pretty funny.
Do you get what I'm saying?
They don't.
They don't. It's fine. All right, good. We'll move on from that. Buster, sometimes you swing things to the wall and you see if
Hey,
it
I
sticks.
got a story to tell
you know
you.
what I mean?
I actually have a story to tell you.
About that?
No, this is funny. Like,
Do you
okay.
say those words? No.
No,
All right.
I try not to.
Yeah. No, I know you've said it. That's
Every
your.
now and then. Whatever. Fuck it.
That's fine.
Okay, so my husband and I were playing this video game. This video game involved us trying to solve puzzles and get through these puzzles. All over the place in this video game, there are freaking porta potties, and every time you flushed, it would send like a pressure through these vents that came up out of the ground. And in order to beat this game, I had to keep asking Michael to poop flush me. I mean, like, for real. I was like, honey, will you poop flush me? I don't want to be poop flushed.
Wait, say this again. What are you guys pooping on each other's poop? What is this going on?
No, he kept flushing the toilet. But the only way he could get me caught up with him in this co-op video game we were playing is if he poop flushed me up to the next level where I was supposed to be. So I ended up getting poop flushed all weekend. And I smelled really bad afterwards. But I tell you what, we had a lot of fun.
Huh? You guys do weird sex stuff, don't you? You guys do weird sex stuff. No, I know.
Totally
I know you do. Michael, chill out. I know you do, dog. It's all right. That's good. All right. Fuck yeah, dude. That's a good couple right there. I hope I find, I don't know if I want my chick poop flushing me, but that's.
But I got poop flushed all weekend. I'm just saying.
So you guys are very comfortable around each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's good. How long you been together?
It'll be it's 29 years.
Are you really married, or are you guys like weird, like?
No,
You're literally you're married. Okay. You guys seem like long-term boyfriend girlfriend people. You know what I mean? You give me that vibe. But
we're lifers.
You're lifer. Okay, good. All right. What's the deal? What's the deal with the chick with you, Mike? What's going on? Do you work here? Yeah. No. Are you regular? Never seen you here. All right. Dude. You're acting like you've known her your whole life, brother. You met her tonight, didn't you?
No.
Okay. All right. Hey, chill out. Let me ask the questions. All right. Like I said, I feel good up here. Don't make me feel sad. That's the only place I have any meaning. That's it. I did. You're right, hot girl. Chill. Yeah, hell yeah, Mike. Fuck yeah. You're a good sport, Mike. I like you. You guys do what's the weirdest sex stuff you guys do, if you guys don't mind talking about it? You guys were talking about poop flushing. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, and there's the electricity thing.
That's why you guys hang out with Ivan, right?
Sometimes
there we go. All right.
Sometimes the electricity thing.
The electricity. Okay, you can't just. What's the
Never mind.
electricity thing?
I don't want to talk about it. It's like it's not appropriate, and they'll cut it.
It's not appropriate. What are we fucking doing? And you're talking about poop flushing. I talked about eating pussy. Where this is the place to be inappropriate.
Electrical stimulation. It's like, look up BDSM.
You don't have to say what you did. Look, I understand what that is. I'm not a fucking Mormon.
Okay, well then you need me to explain.
So you're like tying electrodes to this motherfucker's nuts and shit like that?
No. It's usually on me.
On you? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Nice. This chick fucking rules, dude. Nice.
We're a little bit
hell
more
yeah. That bidet's been put to work in there, huh? Talk about poop flushing. All right. All right. I think we're done.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We had fun? You have fun?
Yeah, I've had fun.
All right. That was fun. I really like that you said that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack.
I don't know. Never thought I wanted to fuck you before. That's what you're talking about.
Party on Wayne.
I don't know. I'm looking at you a little differently here, Michael.
Keep it going for Josh Albert and Amber. By the way, Amber, I got a chat message that said E says hello. E's a very good friend of mine. Not that E, but a different E. Check the chat. Respond. I don't know. But yeah, good friend of mine. Grew up with him. All right. All right. Shout out to E if you want to be anonymous.
Love you, E. I miss you. Hope you're doing well out in West Coast land.
And if you make it, back this way, come stop by the Leaping Lizard and, say what's up to your friend Buster and Amber. All right. So we are at the pinnacle moment of the evening, unless I want to just riff at the end. But no. I'll do it after the live stream. I'll just record myself because it's my show. I can do whatever I want. Do we need to move Beth's stuff? Do you want me to move Beth's stuff? All right. I just wasn't sure if it would be in your way. Yeah, that's hers. Yeah. I was just, I don't know. Like, I don't want to disrupt art. I just like, disrupting art. Sorry, that was an inside joke between myself and I. All right. Do you want the mic stand at all, or what are you vibing? All right. I need to shorten it because our next I almost made a joke about your last name. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that because I don't ever actually mention your last name. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not talking about it. Shh. Just let me move on. All right. Are we ready? Are you ready? You good? You good? All right. All right. Once again, all right. Can I ineligible you just because you're helping me host on Friday? All right, so the next performer is not eligible for voting, just an FYI. So if you watched any of this and want to vote, please vote in the poll. And after the set, we will ask for the bar's opinion to see who wins the 4th and final spot for the Road to Lizard-Palooza competition next Tuesday. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to bring up my Friday co-host for Lizard-Palooza. So come check us out on June 19th. We will be hanging out. And our friends, Buster Chestnut, of course, and our friend who's coming up next will be there as well. Please put your hands together for Alika.
Yes, my whole life I have loved top tier political analysis. And another comic once made fun of me. He said, "Oh, Alika's a MSNBC liberal." And I'm like, "Oh no, I am much more insufferable than that. I'm a democracy now, liberal." But yes, top tier political analysis and bottom of the barrel paranormal analysis. So I'm talking about, two guys in their parents' basement discussing stories sent in by two women in their parents' basement. But my whole life, the lizard people would never speak to me. They would never talk to me, but they finally have. And I get to host on Friday for Lizard-Palooza, and I'm super excited. Thank you so much. So yes, I'm a big dorky professor type by training. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I did an enormous research study, and I'm a big dork. And I've just been coming to grips. It's pride, but I've been coming to grips more and more with the fact that, I've been thinking a lot about researcher bias. We'll put it that way. And I've been coming to grips with the fact that my research, my big dorky research project with all the interviews, is exactly the kind of research you're supposed to ignore when you go online to do your research, do your own research. It's been difficult for me, yes, but, some people say, "Oh, Alika, you're not really bi, you're pansexual," but I'm not going to tattoo a pan on my ass and give it a terrible idea of what it should look like. I'm barely hanging on to a decent ass as it is. That's a lie. It's not nice. My ass used to be nicer. This may or may not be realistic. But yeah, I'm not going to tattoo a pan on my ass and give it any ideas, right? So I've been going to a lot of open mics, actually. And folks, let's see, should we go in the direction of learning something? Who wants to be dangerously educational with it? Or should we just get real silly? All right, well, I've got 0 votes for either. So let's put it this way. I've been going to a lot of open mics, and a lot of folks have been asking questions like, okay, what's going to happen when they start really watering down the gas? And the thing is, I grew up in, is it the quintessential, the country that banana republics were named after, in Honduras. I spent close to half my childhood there, and I actually did my enormous dorky research project there too. So I have some experience living in one of the poorest countries in the world. So people ask, what happens when you water down gasoline? Well, it is not and dissimilar. There's a similarity here between what happens when you water down your parents' liquor, right? So you put too much water in a liquid. It doesn't behave like it should. Has anyone ever done this where you watered down the liquor to the point where it froze and you got caught? Yeah, that can make a parent combust and steam at the same time. If you see here, the steam is depicted in the blue. And of course, due to the photorealism of my art, I did have to write the word fridge on the fridge. Yeah. Due to the photorealism of my art, I wrote the word fridge there so you know what's happening. So yes, a parent combusts and steams at the same time. That's not a good combination in a parent. It's even worse combination in your engine, right? Because the engine is supposed to combust, but the steam puts out the combustion. So it goes boom, 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 and your engine goes out when you have too much water in your gasoline. See, the thing is, I think people are not asking the right questions. See, we are, year after year, we've just decided, this isn't about political party, but we've just decided we are going to self-bananize here in the United States in a process I like to call banana. It is bananas. And I'd like to stress that we have all agreed on the greed, but it's not a greed banana. It is a whole bunch of greed bananas. So if we continue to follow this path and hand all of our money to the rich people, we're going to have a problem where really we're all going to know what happens when you water down the gas, because that watered down gas station, that gas station with the watered down gas, that is, of course, highway robbery. And I know there's a lot wrong with this. The guy on the big wheel bike is not pointing the gun in the right direction, only has one leg, okay? That's called an error of perspective that I was too lazy to fix, all right? So we have highway robbery. Of course, they're ripping you off when they wire down the gas. However, it is more than that. It's also highway canary and highway strategery. And yeah, the strategery one needs some help with the drawing. That's a rook driving a risk board, okay? And why is it these things? Because, well, the real question you shouldn't be asking is what happens when you water down the gas. The real question is what happens when you drive 40 miles out of your way looking for gas and not a single gas station has gas. Then you drive 20 miles more and you meet a family who says, look, we're not going to eat lunch for the next month. That's the biggest meal of our day. But we'll sell you the gas we have for our little moto taxi. And that's not great for your engine. The question you ask then is how much over asking are you going to pay them for that gas? So, yes, it is, of course, the gas station where they water down the gas is, of course, highway strategery, because you always want to get maybe a little gas there. You fill up there just a tiny bit. It is, of course, highway canary, because when that's the only one that has the gas, well, yeah, well, you're already fucked, like this too high canary. So anyway, I'm working on that stuff, but I will say this. We also need to start asking questions like what reading material makes the best toilet paper, but also what toilet paper makes the best reading material. Yes, if we continue down this process, all the toilet paper, for whatever reason, will be pink or green. We don't, no one knows why, but we assume it's because those are the two most toxic dyes on the market. And there will be more newsprint in your toilet paper. So we see here, you can keep up on your headlines like LA nuked, traffic unchanged, sex stall elected, we don't know what, but probably better than anything we got going on now. Huge trash pile brings classy New York City vibe to Columbus neighborhood, stuff like that. We're also going to be asking questions like, which creek can I draw my water from? And which shampoo is best for my hair, face, body, clothing, and dishes? And how can I make it at home? I'm kidding. They don't ask that question in the developing world anymore. We took the ability for them to make anything at home at all, but we here can make things at home. So we should. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, not kidding. But if we continue down this process of bananas, we're going to have some issues. So yes, I did study a really boring topic, but today I'm going to bring you something a little sillier, because economic anthropology is also sometimes concerned with how do people display wealth and status, right? So is it the fancy car? Is it the nice clothes? Is it that you choose to go to the opera, or choose the classy meal at the restaurant? How do we know? Is it because of how you talk? Well, I say, you know what? It is telling statements. Sure, it may be all those things, but it's really, it's really telling statements like this from RFK Jr. I do cocaine off of toilet seats, he says. off of toilet seats. Okay, so I don't do drugs, but I did bartend for a long time, and I have witnessed cocaine. So I've done some calculations. In my estimation, one cocaine is a lot of dollars to the 10th power. It's very expensive, right? Very expensive. Actually, I had a guy try to blow up my set after this. He's like, "Oh, Alica, cocaine is record cheap now. It's like $35 or $40. One cocaine is $35 or $40. I'm like, oh, get up there and brag, Mr. Goody. 2 20s that you have multiple tens of dollars to spend on your entertainment in a single evening. Wow, Mr. Goody, 2 20s over here. Yeah, make me feel bad. But another fellow, TK is a friend of mine made up in Cleveland. He's a comic. And he said, when I was doing this, he said, "Oh no, Alica, I want to help you, poor naive white lady. If one cocaine costs $35 to $40, that's called one meth," he said. "That's called one meth. That's not cocaine at all." Yes. So, in my estimation, the more cocaine you do, the fewer dollars, like the less dollars you got there in your pocket, right? It's true. So, it actually, you know what? The board broke and I had an idea. Sometimes things break and you get an idea. So, regular folk, Coke makes regular folk broke, right? So that means, what are you going to do? You're going to be risking your precious cocaine on a toilet seat? What happens if you drop it in the water? What happens if you drop your cocaine in the water? What choice do you have? I feel like you literally have one choice at that point, right? To drink the entire toilet bowl of water, right? Yeah, I mean, but the cocaine straw is too short, so it's going to be hard. Of course, also that is dangerous. It's dangerous to drink all that water from the toilet. As we learned from that radio contest a few decades ago, it's dangerous to drink too much water at once, right? It is. So you got to be pretty fucking wealthy to risk your cocaine on a toilet seat. That's a brag if I ever heard one, right? It's a brag if I ever heard one. And I've gotten some, yes. Well, actually, Tyrone the comic, you can find him, Tyrone the comic on Insta. He was like, well, Alica, I don't know if you, he was actually suggesting this for a different joke, but he said, that Charlie shortens to Chuck. And so I had this revelation. Maybe something broke inside of this woman too, and she had an idea to Chuck Kirk. Of course, Charlie is another name for cocaine, so it all connects. And yet people say, oh, Alica, why is Erica Kirk so hastily drawn? Why is she so poorly drawn? I don't know. I don't do her makeup. And people say, why don't her eyes look crazy enough? And I say, well, here's the thing. If you're an artist, you really have to meet with a person, get a sense of them to really capture the look in their eyes, things like that, right? And I haven't personally sat down with the demon that inhabits her body, so I don't know. And other people say, where are the fireworks? I got too lazy, okay? It's hard. What if I drip, then I have to raise things and start again? I don't know. It seems like a masterpiece, so yeah, she should have fireworks. She should look crazier. There are critiques to be had with my art. But a fellow named Jerry Grimes, he said, Alica, you need to work in there somehow a joke about that. If you're trying to drink the water in the toilet, you could get hit on the head with a toilet seat, and that's dangerous. I'm like, well, if there's a toilet seat, why are you not using that as a flat surface for your cocaine? I said. And maybe people need a pamphlet. See, again, I don't do drugs, but I think I always thought I missed my calling as an old-timey sloganeer. I always wanted to make old-timey ads and pamphlets and stuff like that to be informative. So I'm working on this one. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? And I just did this now. You can give me your idea, your thoughts. Find a place to put a line in your face. The bathroom has room. That's right. Never forget about the toilet seat or you could be dead meat. That's right. So you have all these I don't know what lines look like. I don't know if cocaine's pink or not, but they're definitely lines, right? We can see that. I'm working on it. I think it could be a nice old timey, just help people out, right? That way you don't have to worry about getting hit in the head with the toilet seat because you already thought, oh, look, the pamphlet says that's a flat surface. Yes. All right. I think that is my time for the evening. I just want to say a couple little things at the end here. Yeah, sometimes I tell people I'm going to give them a ride home, but I say, don't worry. I won't turn my car into a sexual assault sedan. And then they get inside and I say, it's a hatchback. I'm kidding. There's nothing funny about sexual assault. There is something very funny about not knowing the difference between a hatchback and a sedan, however. Yeah, so driving here today on one of these highways. God, I'm sorry. We call them highways. They're actually like these 55-mile-per-hour 2-lane roads out in the country. Yeah, we call them highways out there because we don't know what highways are. And I see a sign that says autistic child area. And I just, it doesn't seem like the best place to put it. I mean, it's near a big road. Cars go fast. God, that's why we call them highways. It sounds stupider to say big road where cars go fast. You sound even less sophisticated. Yeah, I just don't think it's the safest place to put it. There's a town nearby, so I don't understand. But I will, let's see if anyone's paying attention or not. All right, then I'm going to end it because I was going to go into another longer joke of that, but thank you. All right, I was going to end with some classic jokes, but classic jokes that people say Ailica can't write good, ha ha, bait and switch, ha ha funnies. But I can't write bad to mediocre ones. I can, and you will see that someday. Here we are. Thank you very much, Buster. I didn't get to do my full Sam Kinison one. I've improved that since, but I'll send you a video. I've improved it.
I hope we can. I hope we can hear that on June 19th at Lizard-Palooza. All right. So do we want to shut down, or do we want to hear like 13 minutes of Buster rambling? What time is it? Hold on. Yeah, we got 13 minutes. Yeah, because we need to extend the time that people order drinks, right? So that, people can tip Gina more, more importantly. All right. But before I do that, I'm not going to delay and make anybody wait here longer than they need to. With that being said, Jesus, all right. If anybody's in the bar right now and they're not subscribed to Bailey Digital Media, they need to either scan the QR code, subscribe to my channel, and vote right now. To skew that, that vote a little bit. I mean, you can do whatever you want. There are 4 people in the poll eligible to be voted upon for our champion tonight. Let me go check my notes real quick and make sure that, yep, I got it. All right. So currently there are 3 people watching. That's probably 2 people that are me. and Eric, yeah. Sorry, E. By the way, E Snox hits. I'm just saying. And by the way, yeah, all right. Since we're wasting some time waiting on some votes, if E is still watching, I just want to point something out. Does anybody? All right, E, if you're out there. If you're out there, do you recognize this little this little prop right here? If you do, and you're still watching, yeah, let me know. All right, so currently we have no online votes. Okay. So I mean, if I were Sam Gibbs or Beth or Kaizen, no, I'm talking, or Kaizen Roger or Caleb Burgett. If I were any of those people, I would be logging into my YouTube and voting right now because I can't tell who is who. And I want to make ample opportunity for the online vote, because I value that. I value the online presence. I appreciate that, video online lives forever. Which leads me to, my next pitch, which is if you want to advertise or sponsor Bailey Digital Media, contact Buster Chestnut or this other weird guy named Josh Bailey. I don't know who that is. At BaileyDigitalMedia@gmail.com. And we can talk about some sponsorships because I do like money. I'm sorry. I live in a capitalist economy. Well, I don't have a Gina, can you GB me? GB me. GB Garage. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. I hope to have somebody from that representation, maybe be on a podcast soon. I mean, it would be sweet if it was like Travis Kelce. But I know he has like wedding plans coming up. I mean, I would not shake a stick if his fiance, was my podcast guest. I mean, shit, even Jason would be worth it right now. But to be honest, I would settle for Matt Subel, who's a friend of mine. Matt Subel, get a hold of me, man. Get your advertising and marketing team a hold of me. Because I really do enjoy garage beer whenever I get a chance. Not that they're a sponsor, but it tastes good. That lime, it just the back palate. So Matt Subel, Jason Kelce, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, get a hold of me because I would love for you to be a sponsor of Bailey Digital Media, Phygital Nights, Road to Lizard-Palooza, or Lizard-Palooza. All right. I believe we are at our moment of truth. Someone listened, and I appreciate you. I'm not going to say who it was. All right. But we're going to go through our voting. And once again, the online voting portion is weighted 2-1. All right. So we're going to go through this. And I'm sorry for, hey, at least I got a tight shave from my friends at Sport Clips. Once again, I'm open for advertising and sponsorships. All right. So those that can be actually, while we're watching Amber do some inventory, I'm sorry, you're in the view. I'm sorry. All right, I'll turn it around to me. We got an extreme close up of Buster Chestnut right now. I'm sorry for those that are watching online. But anyway, so we're gonna start voting. So far there is 2 votes in the online voting portion. Now, I'm not gonna say who it is. But do we have any votes in the bar for Kaizen Roger? Ouch. Good thing he's not here to receive that response. I am sorry, but I mean, come out, hang out. Check out the open mic. Come back. Follow me. I don't know. But I apologize that you did not get a warm response in the bar. Perhaps there was a better response on the the online portion. I don't know. All right, so Kaizen, you have been voted off the island. I wish I actually watched those shows, but reality television, like, I have enough fucking drama in my life. I don't need reality television. All right. So the next person that you can vote for is a crowd favorite here at the Leaping Lizard. And I'm surprised she didn't get any votes in the online poll. Let's put our hands together if you want to vote for Beth. Okay, all right. Beth definitely got the vote above Kaizen. No, Beth, I appreciate you stopping out and doing the open mic. You have a strong presence so far. All right. Currently in the lead is Beth. All right. Our next option. I'm going to do it different. All right. Our next option that we can vote for in the bar, I'm not going to give anything away. What did you think of Sam Gibbs? I heard of that guy sucks from Sam Gibbs. Just saying. All right. That was actually that was a good response. Apparently the Leaping Lizard enjoys Sam Gibbs. All right. Our last option for our voting for this evening's open mic competition and a $25 gift card from Bailey Digital Media and our patron of the arts, Steve Merrick. I appreciate you, brother. We will see you in the Leaping Lizard next week for the finals. All right. Let's put our hands together and vote if you feel that Caleb Burgett was the best open micer tonight. You know. You already know. Start walking up here, brother. You definitely earned it because you deserved it. Because you, yes, you can redeem. It's in my pocket, isn't it? It's in my pocket. It better be in my pocket. Yep, you do. You do. I will make it worth it if I can ever find it. All right, fuck it. No. I have it here somewhere. Yes. I have found it. This is your golden ticket. It's not actually. It's not a golden ticket. It is a white gift card, care of Bailey Digital Media. But it also means you have to make some room for some competition next week. So we will welcome back Sam Gibbs next week for the finals of the Road to Lizard-Palooza. Would you like to say any words? Yes. All right. Of course. Everybody, give it up for Sam Gibbs.
I have so many people to thank for this. He has to turn the camera on. I just want to thank Michael and Buster Chestnut and my dead mom for all of this stuff and my drunk dad. And that's it. Yeah.
Buster! That's coming later. Everybody give it up for Sam Gibbs. He was last week's runner-up, and he came, and he conquered. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit. Obviously, I'm not eligible because it's my open mic competition. If anybody doesn't want me to perform 14 minutes, Speak now or forever hold your peace. Can you like change the thing? I feel like I have a banner that says something about sponsoring or something. Because I want that to be on the screen right now for sure. And I'm gonna be a professional. First thing, I want to mention, I've been given some pointers, on being professional on the mic. First of which is you always have to like move the mic stand out of the way. Another one is never wear shorts when you're performing. I didn't know that because obviously I am a comfort guy. All right, are we ready? Do you got me? Am I Mr. DeVille? Am I ready for my all right. All right. So let's get this started. This is a little bit of a dark take. All right. I must admit. So I grew up the child of addicts. But unfortunately, not the fun kind. Not the chaotic kind. The recovering kind. It's the worst. It's like no wild parties. Just lots of chain smoking, aggressive coffee making, and a mountain of chewed up styrofoam cups. My mom, who was recovering, eventually became a drug and alcohol counselor, which is a wild career pivot because she actually started out as a fashion design major. You go from being a hemline master to telling people your entire life is a disaster. Because she was in the recovery world, my parents dragged me to AA meetings. Anybody ever been to an AA meeting? All right. Do you know what that does to a developing mind? Sitting in church basements, like listening to people named Louis B. just talk about waking up in Tijuana, missing his pants after a 5-day geography-defying bender that somehow ended up in a train caboose. It doesn't scare you straight. It teaches you pacing. It teaches you narrative structure. Because AA meetings aren't just therapy. They're a masterclass in storytelling. They're the They are the moth radio hour for degenerates. You see how I had to, clear my throat there for a second. All right. They taught me exactly what a good story a good story entailed. You need a solid hook, some rising action, an absolute rock bottom climax that always includes a 98 Honda Civic, a crosswalk full of terrified nuns, and a missing prosthetic leg are all somehow involved. And then a vague promise to do better tomorrow. Listening to these meetings turned me into a combination of Evel Knievel, Bob Dylan, and Frank Sinatra. I didn't want to abstain. I wanted to experience the chaos that they were describing. I wanted to write about it. But more importantly, I wanted to live it. But for a while, I played the game. In high school, I lived a double life. I was a hardcore, Teen Institute fan, Youth to Youth, if anybody's familiar with those. I lived and breathed drug-free lifestyle publicly. I was the only kid in my zip code that diligently took notes during DARE, but not for the reason that they intended. You know, like the cop would be standing up there, you know, he'd have his little briefcase. He'd be pointing to a chart and he'd be like, this will ruin your life. And I was in the back taking notes like a guy at a wine tasting. I was looking at the board like, intense euphoria and the energy to run through drywall. Put me down for a sample of that my junior year. Dare didn't scare me. It just handed me a tasting menu. And then I ordered off that tasting menu at the age of 14, 8th grade. All right. I had a track meet. And any athletes out there like familiar with that awkward time between school and the meet or the game or whatever? The club, if you're a nerd, no offense. But yeah, there was that weird gap. And, you know, I went over to an acquaintance house. I don't want to name names because he actually has an important job right now. But anyway, I went to his house. His parents were, let's just say, enthusiasts. Everyone was experimenting. So I indulged. You know, I took a sip of beer, took a sip of wine, and I took a shot of whiskey. The holy trinity of bad decisions. But that was the point that the panic set in. My mom, the reigning champion of anti-drinking, was going to be at that track meet. So I did what any criminal mastermind does. I vigorously brushed my teeth, and then I ran the 110 hurdles. But you guys, you won't get it. I got second place, which was the biggest, like the best finish I had ever gotten at that point. And that was the exact moment I realized alcohol isn't a depressant. For me, it's a performance-enhancing drug. I felt like Lance Armstrong, but instead of blood doping, I was fueled by cheap scotch, Crest toothpaste, and pure anxiety. I didn't drink again for about a year. You know, I kept my powers in check. Then freshman year, new school, I moved. I was trying to fit in. So I went to the homecoming party. It was my first real party. And I got absolutely catastrophically wasted that I passed out before 10 p.m. And I completely missed the most legendary moment of my adolescence. You see, one of our friends, God bless her, drunkenly dry humped a foam 3D archery deer target. We nicknamed her Bambi for the rest of high school. Were we assholes? Yes. Yes, we were. But in that moment, I missed the live action Disney remake because I was unconscious under a pile of coats. I need a beverage. I'm getting a little parched. Sorry. Garage beer is awesome, by the way. If you haven't tried it, you should taste it. I would promote other brands, but you know, I don't think I can. But anyway, from then on, alcohol, you know, wasn't just a beverage for me. It was a buffer against reality. Mostly I stuck to just weed and alcohol. All right. But I eventually, you know, moved on to shrooms and hallucinogenics. You know, the standard mind expansion territory. But my absolute curse, my absolute, you know, downfall in life is my obsessive impulsive imbalance. I don't dabble. I dive right the fuck in. Because of that wiring, I don't ease into things. For example, in college, I accidentally became a cokehead. Accidentally. You ask, how do you accidentally become a cokehead? You just have terrible boundaries. You say sure way too many times on a Tuesday. And suddenly it's 6 a.m. and you're passionately explaining the plot of A Scanner Darkly to a stray cat. It got so bad that I eventually caught a reckless op. All right. You know what that means, right? Mandatory AA meetings. Full circle back to the church basements. I had recently started dating someone new. And, since I knew my own chaotic gravity well enough to know that I couldn't be trusted with heavy machinery, she became my designated driver to rehab. Nothing sets the romantic tone like forcing your new girlfriend to spend a Saturday evening listening to war stories by folks named Bill W. and Karen S. Dramatic pause while I drink a beverage to, cleanse my palate. But the funny thing was, those adult meetings, they didn't fix me either. I'd sit there listening to somebody describe accidentally setting a pontoon boat on fire and think, challenge accepted. I'd look around the room, I'd do the math. I'd realize, okay, I got this traffic charge, but that guy committed maritime arson. I have a solid safety buffer. Where are we going out after this? And that's the thing, I don't have a casual gear. I'm a creature of impulse. I want the immediate rush. But recently, all right, just bear with me. I'm getting there. But recently, I found this new concoction, this new medium, a completely new outlet for my hyperactive wiring. It's fast. It's synthetic. It hits the bloodstream immediately. And suddenly, all the traditional artists are acting like health inspectors. They're like, you don't know what's in that. It's not natural. It's destroying the human spirit. Yeah, well, I didn't know what was in the hairy buffalo at that high school party, but that didn't stop me from drinking it until I missed Bambi dry humping a foam deer. Right? Let me melt my brain my way. People love to judge how I create now, It's not authentic. Bro, I accidentally did cocaine for a semester, and I used AA as a pregame. Nothing about me is authentic. Don't act like I suddenly ruined my pristine palate. I just found a faster way to ruin my sleep schedule. But the ultimate insult, the cruelest twist of my newfound fix, it actually has a limit. I noticed it was on my card. Sorry. It actually has a limit. My whole life has been unchecked momentum. My brain, it doesn't have an off switch. But this thing does. I'll be in the middle of a 3 a.m. manic bender, pushing the absolute sickest, most twisted idea as far as I can go into the machine. And then suddenly, bam, system shuts down. It flashes, request denied. safety guidelines violated. Do you know how humiliating that is? I get cut off by my own vice. It's like a robotic bartender wiping down the counter, looking at me in the eye and saying, "You've had enough, buddy. I'm calling you a cab." I spent my entire life outrunning interventions from my parents, the police, guys named Louis B., just to get sober shamed by an algorithm. I finally found the one bartender that I couldn't outdrink. So, I guess my mom won after all. I'm officially back in the program. Hi. My name is Buster C. I'm an addict. I've been clean for exactly approximately 13 minutes. Because it turns out, to beat an addiction, I didn't need a higher power. I just needed a lower battery. All right, thank you so much. I am Buster Chestnut. This is Phygital Nights. We are here at the Leaping Lizard. Come check us out. Follow my podcast guest, Dynasty Sports Cards, on Whatnot. Go buy some cool WNBA cards. Check us out next week for the finals of the road to Lizard-Palooza. And check us out during Lizard-Palooza, which is June 19th through the 21st. So keep following along. We will, we'll be posting some stuff. We got podcasts coming up. 1, 2, 3, maybe like 5 different ones. I don't know. Stay tuned though. Like, subscribe, and we will probably see you. That's a weird picture of my ear. I'm just saying. But we will see you next week at Phygital Nights.
What up, everybody? Let's go! Flipping through the packs, chasing down that 101, yeah. Searching for the grail till the morning sun comes. Buster! Hit that monster pull and impossible play. Change the whole damn game in a major way. We hit that monster pull and impossible play. Change the whole damn game in a major way. Whoa!